We're going to see some awesome grassroots drifting. That's going to be the most important, highest impact. All these dudes coming out here with passion, hard work behind them, a good team of friends. I can't wait to see what they have to offer today.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We were here at the last King of OSW, and we had a great time. And the current King of OSW is here today. He's putting his crown on the line. Can he retain the title? We actually were able to get an interview with him in the pits, so we're going to go ahead and cut to that. He had some pretty interesting words to say for those other drivers.
All right, he's gonna get his gloves.
These are the fully set specials.
Ooh. Are we rolling? All right.
We are rolling.
Tim Murphy with Drift Sessions, and I am here with Lord Chris Rios, the current King of OSW. Chris, how does it feel to be the king?
It feels great. It feels great. It's my second time around winning, so I'm excited to come around and defend it, possibly back-to-back. We'll see how it goes. We had a little bit of rain here, so, you know, it's kind of unpredictable at the moment.
You know, he looks like a king, very distinguished, the beard, he's got a good. So have you noticed any difference in life since you've been king? I mean, do you get through Burger King faster now?
Burger King way faster. I'm in a new priority line that they have, for Kings only, obviously. So yeah, I mean the 15% discount is great too. But you know, overall life is great. I have my own personal jester now as well. So it's been great ever since I've been king. Yes.
Have the peasants been treating you a little different lately since you've been king?
A little bit differently. I'm on a shoe shining schedule now too. So you know, they make sure to shine my boots, my shoes, stuff like that. I make them clean my wheels and whatnot too. So it's been great. It's been really great.
Well, I'm excited to just be in your presence, you know, Lord Chris Rios. And
I'm glad you guys are here.
No, we're happy to be here. This is what we live for. But are there any of these wannabe drifters out here that you even are afraid of that may take your crown today?
To be honest, not really. At the end of the game, it's all fun and games. Let's be honest here. But you know, it's really luck of the draw at this point. You know, I mean, whoever has the best setup. But at the end of the day, I'm just here to have fun. That's all.
Now, there is a previous king here, I believe. You think he poses any threat to your kingdom?
Absolutely not. No, I'm not scared of anybody. The good old stock VQ is here to hold its title, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, we say long live the king, but we also want to ask, is there any people out there you want, like sponsors or people you want to go ahead and thank that elevate you to this king spot?
I want to thank all my friends. Hey, can I bring them in the camera? Hey, everybody, come here. Come here.
Keep it rolling. Remember, Drift Sessions live
Patrick,
on YouTube, Instagram.
Ryan,
All right. He needs his members of the royal throne.
So the reason I'm here is because of the guys you see here, and I'm missing a few of them, but this is mostly the crew, and this is the reason I'm here, and this is my support base.
So who's your jester? You said you had a jester?
My jester is right here.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Alex.
And why does he call you the jester?
I just let him say what he wants.
Okay, so they just kind of bow down. He has a crown. They're kind of just, you know, following line. Okay, so let me introduce everybody. Introduce yourself. You first.
I'm Camel from Melbourne, Florida, and
Introduce yourself.
I'll tell you where I'm from, bro. What you mean?
What are you driving today? What are you driving?
I had a nice clean Z until today happened.
What happened?
A 12-hour paint job lasted not that long at OSW.
So somebody sabotaged the king is what you're saying today.
In order for the king to win, he had to force a spin, so I spin, and then he wrecked me, and then I'm out the game now. So
it's survival of the fittest. The king rules, right? He takes out his competitors. Okay, so what's your name?
I'm JP.
Okay, it's simple. Okay, you driving today?
I am not driving today. I am the crew chief / owner of this team, you know. Hashtag fully sent, hashtag JP Vlogs, that's me. So yeah, I'm trying to do my YouTube thing, and you know, I always try to support the guys and always be here all the time. So
we met this gentleman already, but go ahead and say your name again.
You know, I'm Steven, you know how we...
You know how we do?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Steven, yeah. I'm racked because of...
Well, somebody sabotage. We're gonna get to the bottom of that. Okay, so now officially introduce yourself.
And I'm Alex again. I'm driving this car right here, staying out of the way, so I'm not at fault at all.
So he's a good, you know, he stays in line. He stays in line. Doesn't get in the way.
What's going on? I'm Josh. I do photography. I don't drive, but I do their photography. So majority of their social media, that's what you're going to see is some of my stuff come up.
Okay, so that's our social media guy. Okay, I'm going to end with King. Do you have any final words? Sponsors?
Best of luck. No sponsors. Fully Sent, JP Vlogs, Campbell Style Kashad, Steve, Ask Alex, Public Adjusters, Picks for Patch. Picks, OG Soul Stealer, Picks and Patch, yeah.
All right, let's all take a bow. I'll take a bow. Kiss bow. All right, King, good luck. It's been an honor. Thank you, sir. May you be blessed to win the throne again today, but we'll see. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah. That was a great time. We had a blast with the pit crew over there, and they were just having a great time. I mean, you got to talk a little smack, right? He's the king. He has to, I don't know, intimidate his competitors, maybe. What do you think? Is that a little too much?
I don't know. I mean, the win of King of OSW is a prestigious title. Like, everyone here that's competing definitely wants that title. But maybe it went to his head a little bit.
You think it was too much? I enjoy it. We always talk about on our show, Drift Sessions, our YouTube channel, how we need to just make it exciting and have fun. It's all in jest. We have a good time, and that's what we enjoy about drifting. We like being here. We like watching it. But we're going to get started soon. We want to go ahead and show you guys on the live stream, and those of you here live watching the live stream on Drift Sessions YouTube channel, the layout. And as we watch the layout, Steve, if you can kind of go over it and tell us what the judges are looking for.
Sure. So here's our layout. They'll be entering in nice deep line into that first outer zone. It's going to be a bro line. It's going to be pretty much all outer zones from here on out. You got to really position your car in a pretty smart way to set yourself up for this next outer zone, as the driver is blocking out all of the angle that he can possibly get, and then transitions through a manji, and then out to the outer zone 3. Again, filling in that outer rear zone all the way. It's a little bit more tight than the last transition, so you got to be quick and transition quick to fill in that last outer rear zone.
Wow, that was a nice little view of what the people have in store to come and what the drivers are going to be facing. Steve-O, tell us a little bit about the history, because you've been here from the beginning almost, correct?
Yeah, pretty much, at least in the beginning in the 2010s. Okay. We used to start out used to drift out a track in South Orlando called CFRC.
Right.
Shout out if you recognize those letters. And then we came over here, after the track closed in 2014. Started running events from 2014 with FD, with a bunch of other really great partners along the way, and then truly just slowly built up to what it is now. So that's a solid 9 years of just hard work that Tommy and a bunch of other guys have put in over the years.
Yeah.
So big shout out to them. The skid pad has been a great new addition. I mean, I say it's new. It's probably like 8 years old now.
Yeah.
It's been a great addition to the track. It's really boosted its popularity. And also, I think the drivers just really love to be on a skid pad again, kind of back to those CFRC days.
Yeah, and what's good about it is you could change the layout, so it's more diverse. You're not locked into the same layout. And also gives OSW and Tommy and a lot of the professional drivers come out here, do some test and tune, but also do some clinics. They have a lot of clinics that come out here where you can learn how to drift, which is great. OSW and what Tommy has been able to do here has been a staple in the drift community, and we've been able to watch it flourish. I'm sure he has a lot of people helping. I mean, there's probably numerous people. We can't thank everybody. But back to the competition, we know a lot of the judges that come out here, and I've been a judge, and I'm sure you've been a judge before, right?
No, they don't allow the announcer to judge. I've made one judging decision, and it was the wrong decision, so they don't allow me to do that.
Judging is not well, most people think it's the least sought-after position in drifting. It's not fun. You're going to get ridiculed no matter what you do. But some of the things that drivers are looking for, or spinning out, zeros, loss of drift, going off the course. These are all things that judges are using to determine zeros, right? But what we're going to see, we're not watching qualifying.
Right.
Because they do qualifying a little different here. Can you kind of explain how they do qualifying?
Yeah, so we just pick chips out of a bag. Each chip has a number on them, and then that number seeds them into a bracket. That bracket then turns into the riding order for the rest of the night. It's going to be, according to the bracket, if you want to pull that up, it's a lot of friends going up against friends, which honestly is some of the most fun drama because they know how each other drive. They both want it. They both can kind of hit each other without really feeling too bad. And honestly, that's how you get some of the best battles. Is just these dudes, they pit next to each other, or they see each other at every event, or they hang out, outside of events, and they go up against each other in these King of OSW competitions, and they always throw down the best battles.
Right, because they're confident in the other competitor's skill because they drive with them all the time. So it increases that confidence. You're going to see some amazing tandems here. At the last King of OSW is unbelievable. It's so exciting to watch these guys. Like you said, they've driven together and they've been sliding together for a long time.
Yeah.
So they're confident and they're comfortable. So getting door to door, we're going to see that probably all night.
And honestly, I don't think it's going to take too long for these tandem battles to warm up. You're going to see action from the start. There's a lot of good drivers in this bracket, and because of that, I think it's going to start from top 16, or I guess, top 16, all the way through to Final Four. You're going to see top battle, after top battle.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, so you definitely you don't want to miss it. If you're here live with us in the stands and you have to leave early, please log on to the Drift Sessions YouTube page. Give us a little subscription there. Subscribe, please. Kind of helps us out because we focus on the grassroots. Our heart is for the grassroots drivers, and we got a lot of interviews. Hopefully we'll be able to play those. But one thing I know about the King of OSW and the way Tommy runs this show is just nonstop drift action. It's going to be battle after battle after battle. So it's going to be exciting to watch. Who are the judges today?
Judges will be Tommy himself.
Okay.
Brandon McDowell, and then Pat Gooden.
Oh, passionate Pat Gooden. So there you go. We got 3 great judges.
Yeah. All dudes that have their own experience with drifting in their own respective ways. So there's going to be probably some unique decisions to where maybe not all the judges will agree, which.
But that's why we have 3 judges.
Which is the nice thing about having 3 judges, exactly. So, it's going to be a great show. I know it's quiet on the track right now, but we're just waiting on the drivers to get lined up. Again, there's 32 drivers, all trying to kind of get in the right spot, be paired up with the right tandem battle. So I apologize that it's a little quiet right now, but they just came out and cleaned up the track. We'll get to be getting to some action here soon.
Yeah,
so.
We were scheduled to start at 9:30. I know Tommy said he's got to get everybody in the grid, as you mentioned. We're going to do a parade lap, as you were, as the cars make their way throughout the course. As they're coming out the course on the parade lap, that's actually going to be the order of battles. So the first 2 cars coming out, that's going to be the first battle we watch. The last 2 cars coming out, that'll be the last battle. Obviously, everybody filling in the gaps in between. And once we finish that parade lap, it's like no holds barred. We're just going full bore, pedal to the metal, and we're not stopping until either Chris Rios walks away with the crown again or somebody dethrones him. We'll see.
I don't know.
He talked a big game.
He definitely
I think I egged him on a little bit.
I think it should be fun nonetheless if Chris keeps the crown for another. I don't think we've had a back-to-back ever since we started doing this, so it'd be pretty crazy. I know Chris has won it prior, but not back-to-back. So I think it should be pretty fun to see what these drivers want to do out here.
Yeah, and a previous king, Matt the Ginge is here.
Ginge is here.
Yeah, I think he came close to taking it last time.
Grindle is out here again, and he came all the way out to the finals against Chris.
Okay.
And then who else do we have? We have Adam LZ. We have a few guys that have done the King of OSW once or twice. Let's see, Camel's been out here several times and has competed almost every time. Sean Booth. Steve Bergstrom again. These guys have
Sean Booth and Steve Bergstrom.
Yeah, these guys have competed once. Here in at
but they're
King
veterans.
OSW.
I mean, they're Ethan Hodges.
Yep. Ryan Acevedo. I think he's come close, or maybe he's won it one year. Anyone at home that keeps track of these things?
He said this is his 7th King of OSW. I talked to him in the pits earlier.
Has he
his
won?
7th. No, he has not won.
I know he's close.
Yeah, he wants it this year.
So, we got Ryan plus Matt Schulman, Ryan Sevilla, top dudes with top cars. And then rounding it out is newcomer David White. I actually don't know David. So we got a bunch of other drivers, a bunch of other talented drivers that have come here on passion alone and that desire to become King of OSW. And also to put on a pretty good show. So I hope you guys are ready for a good show. I think the judges are coming up and are ready. So, crowd, are you guys ready to see some drifting action? Make some noise.
Come on, a little more. Come on. It's going to be a long night. Make some noise. Are you ready to see some battles? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There we go. I hope you guys are ready at home. I know the track's ready. I know the judges are ready. We're ready. Tim, are you ready?
I'm ready. I couldn't be more ready. I want to shout out SeajayeFPV with the killer drone footage. If you guys are watching the live stream, check him out. And show some love, right? Give him a like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Actually, hire the man. The man's for hire. Yeah. You can hire that man, and he's definitely worth it. So we're going to see some great drone. I'm excited.
Also, big shout out to our sponsors, Njuku Racing. Get all of your parts and racing parts there. Kansai Wheels, Sorcery, King's Performance, Smoke Daddy, Spirit Street, Key Cruisers, Upsoar, ATPYMG. Yeah, that's
a mouthful.
I practiced that one. SeajayeFPV, Quick Clean Cuts, Drift Media, Burn the Ships, and Sideways Production. Shout out to all of our sponsors helping make this event possible. We got some awesome prizes too. $500 in ones. Every year.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
Wait, explain that. So it's $500
in ones. Yeah, in single dollar bills. It's about that thick. You can,
Yay. Hey,
yeah, I know you're of that generation of like the old brick phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you had to like.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep.
Cancer. Burn my ear off.
Yeah. So it's like about Motorola phone from the '90s thick. And then has additional to that is a $250 gift card to Injuku Racing. Then $1,000 to Kansai Wheels for first place. Then $500 to second, and I believe $300 for Kansai Wheels for third. Okay. So we actually have to do a third place battle. For the first time in King of OSW history, we have to do a third place battle.
Wow. That's pretty. So you're going to see some. These guys are really going to go at it. I mean, we got some that say, of course, it's not millions of dollars, but it's pretty cool, man. I'd like to walk around with $500 in one.
Yeah. Let's be honest. The winner gets quite the prize.
Yes.
But also for the first time, the second place person and the third place person both walk away with something in their pockets. So if you lose in the Final Four, it's not all over. Even the kings have their princes.
Hey, there you go. So the question is, will King Rios be able to retain his crown? What do you guys think? You think King Rios is going to take the crown again? Wow, it looks like he's got some fans out there.
Sounds like it.
Well, I can see Tommy over there at the line. I see the cars in the FPV there flying around. I can see him in the distance. So we're about ready to get this show on the road. We're going to, those of you guys that are here live, we're going to try to get you guys into it. We're going to be excited along with you. So when your favorite driver's going out there, feel free to cheer them on. The drivers can hear you in there, and it just makes everybody, their pit crew excited, everybody excited. And if you have a driver out here that's your favorite driver, and you're taking pictures or videos, do me a favor, tag those drivers. A lot of times these drivers don't have the ability to take pictures and videos while they're driving and competing. So it does them a huge service if you just go ahead and tag these drivers so they can access that media.
If you don't know the drivers, just feel free to also tag OSW Drift.
There you go.
You know, OSW is pretty good about running the stories back on their story, so at least the drivers can see, their fans' perspective of what they did tonight. So I think they're about ready to bring out the cars for the parade lap. So we're going to make some noise as they come out. If you guys want to see some awesome drifting, I think they want to hear you. So as soon as they come out, we'll start making some noise.
Yeah, man.
Looks like on our live stream you can tell that they're all lined up, all paired up. That makes our grid guy get through it a lot easier. It makes the action more constant. No one's trying to find the drivers in the pits or go through any of that.
Yeah, this is the moment as the drivers are locked and loaded inside their vehicle, ready to do battle. And then the nerves start to kick in, right? Okay, you want to do battle. This is a fun competition, right? But it's a competition nonetheless. So these drivers, you get it locked in that battle mode. So it's going to be fun to watch these drivers just go at it all night.
It is funny because, it is a fun competition. There's really not that much on the line. Some cash, some prizes, cool. But, you're still going to go home and be fine. But, some of that does get into the drivers' heads. And I've seen great drivers come out here, super talented drivers that can kill it in practice runs all day. But once they get, in this competition mindset, it's just
Yeah, it throws them off their game. But that's what's great about competitions like that. Some of the drivers you're going to see tonight, they do actually either going to compete in pro or have competed pro before. But there's a lot of new drivers, as you mentioned. What's great about competitions like that, it gives these drivers that competition seat experience. But I'm going to go ahead and shut up, and here you go. Guys, make some noise for these drivers. Woo! Yeah! Gonna see some battles tonight, buddy.
So out front, we have Colton Johnson in his purple S13 coupe. It's got a 2JZ under the hood of that car, and it's looking pretty good. Next up is J.R. Yoland in the blue S15. Next up after that, Drew Harrell in the white S15. Then after him is Nicholas Sanchez in the white Miata. Davey Peoples in the brown and gold Mustang. Next after him in the white 350Z is Dustin Patton. what should be after Dustin is Andrew Grindle, and usually he drives a red Corvette, but instead there's a red 350Z. I think that looks like Chris Rios, actually. So
yeah, that is Chris Rios. That is the current crown holder.
Yep. So forgive me for Andy Mays in the white E36. Followed out after him is Leo Alvarado in the C5 Corvette. The blue, yellow 350Z. No.
Oh no, there's the red Corvette you were talking about.
There's Andrew Grindle in the red Corvette. Sorry that it's a little out of place, but we're making it work. The teal 350Z. All my notes are an hour on. It's okay.
That's all right.
We'll name what we can. Sean Puth out in the red S15. Matt the Ginge in the blue 350Z. Ryan Acevedo behind him in the charcoal gray 350Z with the 904.
It's kind of hard to see. We got the barriers above it, like almost at eye level.
In the copper Miata, we have Cameron Nunez.
Interesting choice of exhaust coming out the back there, a little pickup truck.
Yeah, so that is a 240 truck, or F240 is the funny
F240
thing to say. That's owned by David White from Palm Bay. He's got an RB25 underneath that.
Wow, a lot of drivers out there. All these drivers look like they're really excited.
So in that blue and yellow S13 hatch, that's going to be Stephen Weeks. The camera is now right behind our king, Chris Rios.
A lot of fierce competitors as they're making their way out. It's going to be exciting.
I can't wait. I mean, every guy and maybe girl, most of the guys, it's all guys, let's be honest.
Yep.
You know, everyone that's out here wants to have a good time. Everyone out here wants to put on a good show. Make some noise as they finish out. They can hear you. Even underneath that roaring RB25 or LS or whatever, they can still hear the energy that comes from the fans. So make them hear you.
All right. Yeah, folks, so that's your top 32. Are you excited? I'll cheer for you too. Woo! Yeah! All right, that was Stephen Weeks. Stephen Weeks, he actually had damage to his vehicle. You can see there on the passenger side rear quarter panel. Him and his buddies got into a little tussle in practice, but he was able to put his car back together. He said, this was words out of his mouth. He said, if I can't beat Chris, he goes, I'm gonna T-bone him.
That works.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fierce out. These guys are out for blood. There's blood in the water. They want the crown, but will Rios be able to fend them off and retain his title? We're going to find out soon for sure. So what's the first battle we got?
So the first battle we have is Colton Johnson and J.R. Yolin. So Colton Johnson, he's come out here a bunch. I'm pretty unfamiliar with J.R. Yolin.
So he's from down south.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's actually from down south. He was a county line dragway drift sessions when we were doing events way back in the day.
Way back.
He used to do. So he's coming up from Miami. This is the first time he found Tommy. This is the first time he found Tommy and was able to compete. So he's pretty excited. We'll see how he does. He's in the 350, I believe a 350Z.
Okay, not a S15.
Yeah, he's pretty sure he's in a 350Z. Yeah, it should be a red 350Z. So I know he's excited, but he's got to get past Colton if he wants to advance on to the top 16.
Yeah, Colton Johnson in the purple 2J S13 240. I think he could put on a pretty good show. This could be a first good battle to start off on.
Yeah.
So they're going to be coming back around from the pits. You know, good way to introduce the drivers to the fans to the drivers. I think we're going to have a pretty good show. I'm pretty amped about this. What about you, man?
Yeah, I'm just like, let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are all staying fed, and I wish they would open up that espresso truck. It's getting a little chilly out right now. I'd like some coffee right now, but I hear some revving, some engines in the pit there. We can't really see the line, but we can see the run up here.
Yep.
So basically the cars are going to come down this straight. They're going to initiate and work their way throughout the course, and hopefully it's door to door, and we just see drift action. I don't think there are any protests, correct?
No protests, no 5-minute calls, no tire changes. It's just like you just go out there and just drive.
Yeah, it's just you got to be able to handle the gauntlet that is the King of OSW competition. All right, guys, make some noise. You ready to see some battles? Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo!
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I love it.
Let's get it. So first battle should be lining up. I see already one car on grid according to the drone footage. Crowd seems like they're ready. Judges look like they're ready. Should be ready to go.
Yeah, just waiting for one more car to pull up.
Yeah.
So who's going to lead? It looks like
Colton. Yep.
Colton's leading, and Colton and Yolan is Yolan's gonna change. Actually, I spoke to him when he said I guess he had the option. Whoever drives the furthest gets to choose to lead or follow.
Correct.
He chose to follow first. So let's see if that strategy is going to play out in his favor.
Yeah, a lot of drivers, when I was asking them whether or not they wanted to lead or follow, a lot of them wanted to follow first, and that's kind of an unexpected decision from a lot of drivers because typically you want to lead first. You want to put down that solid 100-point run. You want to be able to lead that first run and then be done with it and know that you have the advantage, likely advantage going into the next run. Then all you have to do is just kind of close in on the door and keep proximity.
Right.
But a lot of drivers wanted to follow first. That means that you kind of have to adapt to the lead driver's line constantly. You might have been practicing one line all day long, and then you have to totally change it up for a new driver. You have to follow wherever that driver goes. As a follow driver, you are taking that lead driver and turning him into a clipping point. Wherever the lead driver goes, you need to be right on.
Yeah.
Wherever if it goes shallow or wide or whatever, you need to be right on him. It doesn't matter.
Right, and if you're driving with somebody that like some of these drivers, they drive in a tandem and they practice and they compete with each other for a long time. It's a different animal because you're confident in the lead driver's ability. But as a new driver, new to competition, chasing down a driver, utilizing a different line that you're used to, and you're trying to maintain that line, get in their line. They may be driving a horrible line. Well, you got to drive that horrible line right there with them and try to stick with them door to door, transition for transition and through the zones, and the judges will see that, hey, if the lead driver's offline, they're not going to fault that chase driver.
And the other thing that we often see in these types of grassroots events is power differences. Doesn't really happen as much in pro level, but for the most part, these guys are either running 500, 600 horsepower or a stock VQ with 250, 280 on a good day.
Okay, good deal. All right, looks like they're at the line. We're about ready to get started.
So Colton's leading. Is that what we're doing with the bracket?
Yeah.
The person that you wrote on top is leading. Yes. And then what are we doing for the numbers?
So that's 1-1. 2-2 or 16-16. Yeah, that's right.
Send me do you have the picture of you written down? Yeah. The one you wrote down? No, like the bracket with it marked. Green sent me the worst fucking picture, so we don't even know what's going on. Okay, so we're going Colton. Yeah. Okay. Did Yolanda make it up?
All right, just some final last-minute checks, making sure everything's in order. And everybody's on the same page, literally. I hear it. There we go. And they're off. All right, give it a hand for these two drivers as they make their way down the track. Colton out front. JR chasing him down. Oh, no, he isn't in S15. Looks like you're right. I stand corrected.
There we go.
Yeah, they're making their way through that second outer zone. Man, JR doing a good job applying that pressure, but almost touching him through that back section. Man, great job in the chase position is JR Yolan all the way down from, straightening out, though, as he comes around that turn. Colton doing a good job filling out the zone, doing great job in that lead position. Give it up for Colton and Yolan as they make their way off the course. That was a nice first run. I mean, that was pretty impressive. JR did a good job in the chase position, but had some mistakes.
Had some major mistakes. I saw a lot of straightens, a lot of shallows, so it's going to be up to JR to kind of turn it around and impress the judges on his lead run now that he should move forward. But other than that, Colton Johnson navigated the course pretty well. Just kept on chugging along with that 2JZ powered S13 and just put his car in mostly the right places. So I don't think it should be too big of a deal for Colton to possibly have an advantage going into this next run.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if Colton can lay down a solid chase run without any major mistakes, maintaining drift, he looked like he may advance. We are not the judges.
That's
the guys that are hearing us talk, we aren't the judges. The judges are to our left, and we're getting ready to the second half of this battle.
We just create opinions.
Opinions, yes.
So now they're going to switch it up. With every drifting run, there's going to be a lead and a follow. The follow will then lead, and then the lead will then follow. Hope that makes sense. So, yeah, they'll switch it up.
I'm good with that.
2 runs per battle. one leads, one follows, then they switch. So now it's going to be up to JR Yolen to lead and impress the judges. But right now I'm seeing a lot of straightening from that S15. Colton, though, in the purple S13 coupe, still keeping a little bit of a distance, maybe a cautious distance, but definitely mimicking the lead driver. And then,
did JR give him the finger?
I hope not.
Oh!
But just got a door tap, and then now the driver JR is signaling to Colton. Make some noise. I think
wow,
he's
JR
to the crowd. Make some noise after that run.
Wow, guys, what do you think about that? Who do you guys think won? You think JR in the blue S15 won? What about Colton in the purple S13? Oh, that's pretty
about
close
50-50. So the judges have to choose one driver to move on, or they can choose a one more time option. That allows the drivers to basically get up onto the line again, do the battle over again, clean slate, nothing about the last battle matters, and just go out there with a completely, fresh set of runs, and and maybe the judges will be able to make a decision after that one more time battle. So I don't know. Could be driver, it could be JR, it could be Colton, or it could be a one more time.
Looks like we're getting a one more time, I believe. Judges, is that a one more time? One more time.
There we go.
One more time, guys. Give it up. Judges couldn't make it. It was too close to call, so we're going to make them battle out again. This is the King of OSW. This is a battle for the crown. Blood is in the water. Chris Rios, will he be able to retain that title? We'll see. But right now, JR is doing a great job. First time competing here at the King of OSW.
He's from South Florida, right?
Oh, yeah, he's from Miami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, down South
There's a
Florida.
bunch of South Florida people. How many did you bring with you?
Oh, I didn't bring any other. Broward.
Oh,
that was Ben. Ben lives in Miami. Yeah, we brought a bus. Just threw them all on there.
Yeah.
Big, long toter home and just threw all the cars in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, we don't have a place to drift anymore down in Miami. We used to, but now we come up here and.
Well, you guys had Fuel Fest.
Yeah, but that's only once a year. Yeah, but anyways, round two is this.
Oh, one more time. OMG.
One more time. All right, here we go. Colton out front. JR trying to apply that pressure. Let's see if he can keep it together, not make so many mistakes in that chase position, but very aggressive doing, man, he's having a good showing. Whoa, he's almost pushing Colton around that turn. Good job. Not showing any type of, he's not backing off. He's in it to win it. Both cars making around definitely. Whoa, straightened out by JR. Correction, getting back into drift. Colton doing a good job laying down that lead line. Give it up for JR and Colton. What a way to start off this battle, this competition.
Awesome. I think the one more time might have been due to some mistakes, some major mistakes by both drivers, but now we're starting to see the aggressiveness of both drivers. They know they both messed up last run. Now they can redo it, so they've learned. The only thing, though, is that I think JR is maybe a little bit too aggressive. Right here, you can see on the live stream, Colton lets it hang out a little bit too long. JR almost takes in the bait and then almost loses it and straightens because of that. But then here he starts to apply the pressure, take the shallower angle, start to reset for the last outer zone, and then follows through. But again, a couple of straightens here and there might look bad to the judges. JR definitely straightened, came close to straightening a couple times.
Yeah, once again, if you check out the live stream on the Drift Sessions YouTube page, you can watch the replays and get some of that sick drone footage by SeajayeFPV.
Sick drone footage.
That's kind of like a tongue twister if you say fast. Sick. Really, really awesome.
Super awesome drone footage brought to you by, anyways, they're going to turn it around. Now JR is out in front in the blue S15. Following him is Colton Johnson. Big straighten in the purple S13. The follow driver totally out of drift now. Might have maybe broken something in the car, but JR is continuing on normally. This could be a big issue for Colton, as he is not participating in this run anymore. So therefore, JR is basically going to cruise on to a possible victory. Make some noise!
All right, guys, that first battle. Well, I tell you, this King of OSW is a gauntlet. These drivers have to not only just be able to prepare to do battle after battle, but their vehicle has to be prepared to do a battle after they already been drifting for. Were we here drifting yesterday? Were they drifting? Yeah, so they're drifting Friday, Saturday, and I believe tomorrow as well. So it's a marathon of drifting.
Oh, there we go.
All right, there you go. JR, that's the win. Give it up for JR. Making his way all the way up from MIA
Big up.
First time. I'm sorry to cut you up, but yeah, first time here competing.
Yeah, big ups to Colton Johnson, though. He came all the way out here. Blood, sweat, and tears goes in all these cars. So, unfortunately, Colton is now knocked out of competition. So, next battle, Drew Harrell and Nicholas Sanchez.
Wow. So, the winner of this battle will battle JR in the next round of competition.
Yep, exactly. So it's a typical top 32 bracket. I mean, I know March Madness is going on, so any basketball fans definitely know what a top 32 bracket looks like. Each driver advances, and then the driver that gets eliminated is out. It's single elimination. Oops. So, it's simple as that.
Sweet. Looks like the drivers are getting locked and loaded at the grid.
Yep. Next up, we have Drew Harrell. He will lead, and Nicholas Sanchez will follow. I don't have any information on these guys, so I don't know. We can start making up stuff, though.
Oh, I'm good at making up stuff.
Yeah. So where's Drew Harrell from?
Oh, Drew Harrell, he came actually from Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came from Tennessee. He told me a story that he actually saw, I think it was Chelsea Denofa and Von Gittin Jr., which inspired him to start drifting. And he saw that video, and then he went to his first drift event where he actually was a place where he was able to do a ride-along. And then he saw some videos, and he just sees that Florida is like the hot spot of drifting. Decided to move from Tennessee to start drifting and be local to OSW. So now he lives about 2 miles away. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, who would want to live in Tennessee? All the drift events are here.
Right, exactly. So he made that move so he can get the seat time because he knows OSW is just the place to be where it comes to drifting. And everything I said is probably a lie.
Yeah. Honestly,
that's pretty convincing.
I forgot that you were lying until about halfway. Yeah.
That sounds good, right? Yeah. I can BS like the best of them, I'll tell you what.
I'm just too gullible, that's why.
No. I'm a great liar.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. All right, here we go. We got Drew out front.
And then Nicholas chasing down.
All right, both drivers, kind of a slow entry, and it looks like Nicholas already taking himself out of competition. Yikers. That's not the way we want to start. He's going to finish off the run. It looks like he's applying pressure, but he kind of already zeroed out his run, it looks like. It's spinning out. It's not the way to start the competition, but Drew's doing a good job holding it together. Nice wide line, filling out all the zones, going to transition through here. And it looks like Nicholas is going to try to apply that pressure because of this mistake from Drew, but not the case. That was one of the quieter runs of the day.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think both those might be like streetcars versus, some of the trailer queens that we get.
Yeah, streetcar.
Yeah, so Drew Harrell in the blue IS 300. I think he put down a solid line. He wasn't too deep as he could have been, but that's okay. Nicholas Sanchez in the purple 240SX. I honestly think that he just went too aggressive right off the start and should have just maybe worked his way into that proximity versus possibly just spinning it right on that first turn. So that's one of those like all or nothing deals that you have to make as a driver. Is that can I ease into it, or should I just go full beans into the first corner? And sometimes it doesn't pay off.
Did you say beans?
Sometimes the full beans don't pay off.
Oh, man.
Something that I learned in Tennessee.
That's right. Yeah, you were in Tennessee recently. I think you were on the road trip with Drew. But anyhow, round two.
So they're going to switch it up. Nicholas Sanchez in the purple 240SX with the big gold wing on the back will be now leading, and Drew Harrell in the blue IS 300 will be chasing him down. Not too bad of an initiation by Nicholas Sanchez, doing a much better job of sticking it through the first outer zone. And then now coming into the second outer zone. Wow, look at the IS going for the shallow aggressive route. Unfortunately, I don't think it had the power to quite keep up through the exit of the turn, but through the Manji has an opportunity to kind of catch up and dial in his proximity as he approaches the third outer zone. Now as they transition for this last outer zone, Nicholas Sanchez looking pretty solid right on the wall at the end.
Wow.
Not too bad.
Definitely a better round for Nicholas. Unfortunately, his first run had left much to be desired on that entry.
Yeah, but both runs do get considered in judging, so it's going to come down to that big mistake on his lead run. So I think this could be a win for Harrell, for Drew Harrell. The judges have the ultimate decision, so we can't necessarily say for sure. But
Yep, there you go on the screen. Drew Harrell advances.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, all right, there you go. Good call, Steve-O. Wow, so it just, unfortunately, Sanchez just taking himself out of competition. Not the way you want to lose, right? You want to lose through a hard-fought battle, but nonetheless, he gets to come back tomorrow and drift, so it's not a weekend
and he
done
still
of
gets
drifting.
to party tonight. He actually just gets to open his beers earlier.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. That some may consider that winning. Some may consider that winning.
Either way, next up, I'm super excited about this battle. Davey Peoples and the Mustang.
Ooh, give it up for Davey Peoples.
I'm already hearing some cheers. That's great.
Yeah, buddy. And Dustin
Patton.
He's going Dustin Patton. Dustin Motors versus Davey Peoples.
So this is going to be an all-DP show. Davey Peoples
What?
and Dustin
What?
Patton going up against each other. Davey
Wow.
Peoples out in front with the Mustang. Whoa, kind of checking up Dustin real quick. I don't know what that was really needed for. Dustin, unfortunately, shutting it down in the middle of the transition. Might have had a mechanical. Davey Peoples, though, in the S550 Mustang, still hanging out there, looking pretty good. But he is all alone. Dustin Patton, unfortunately, coasting through the rest of the run, but Davey Peoples sliding through the finish.
Yeah, what a
his
shame.
Mustang makes some noise, but yeah, what's going on with Dustin?
I don't know. I talked to Dustin quite a few times in the pits, and he was just telling me how he's excited. He was able to take it's the same chassis he's been drifting in, but he was able to revamp the whole thing, dial in the suspension, get the right alignment in there, get the wheels dialed in, everything. It was basically like a missile car, and he said, you know what, it's enough. I need to get a little more serious. He went through the whole car, got some more power, got the right suspension set up. And unfortunately, he looks like he's suffering a mechanical failure.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like a mechanical because he, Davey into the first outer zone did kind of check up. He did, throw on those brake lights. That doesn't always make the car feel so great, especially when you're following and you have to quickly react. So who knows?
We'll see. We'll see. But they're back up at the line, and it looks like now Dustin, hopefully his car is pulling. I see some headlights, some second set headlights kind of coming up there. And hopefully his car's okay. But now Dustin's just going to have to hope that he can lay down a solid lead run and try to cause some sort of mistake from Davey Peoples. Davey Peoples not known to make many mistakes. I mean, the man has been on fire. He was out here a few weeks ago at the Ford Festival that we had at the NMRA event, and he was just throwing down run after run. I mean, that car is extremely consistent, and it's like it takes all the abuse it can take. And he's it's funny, we talked to him in the pits as well. He's such a mild-mannered, very timid person to talk to, but when he gets behind the wheel, it's like the monster comes out. And he's gunning for that title.
The monster and the Mustang.
The monster and the Mustang.
Either way, we are not seeing Dustin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, Davey Peoples is going to advance. Dustin Patton broke his vehicle. So this is just a little parade lap for Davey Peoples. Davey Peoples advancing. Unfortunately, Dustin of Dustin Motors, Dustin Patton, is going to have to bow out of the competition, unfortunately. So Davey Peoples has a sight on that crown, I'm sure. Wow, what a shame.
Yeah, that would have been a fun battle.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
He's trying to understand the sign language. 30 broken axles.
30 people waiting to fix his car? 30 second. Oh, time.
Break. Yes. Okay, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That makes sense. So he broke 30 seconds of wind?
Yes, 30 seconds of wind.
Yeah. Thanks, Tommy.
Tommy's going to kill us.
We try. Yes. So either way, quick shout out to our sponsors: Ejuku Racing, Kansei Wheels, Sorcery, King's Performance, Smoke Daddy, Spirit Street, Key Cruisers, Upsoar, ATPYMG, CJFPV, Quick Clean Cuts. That's a lawn care.
Yeah, man. You don't want me to take over?
You want to? Yeah. Try it out.
We'll split this list up. Okay, Quick Clean Cuts, Drift Media, Burn the Ships. Yep. That's a shop, from what I understand, and Sideways Production Media.
Yeah. So solid amount of sponsors coming out here helping support this awesome event.
So we have our next battle, which is Brindle versus LZ.
Adam LZ is in the white Supra, and from what I understand, the Supra is automatic. So to be able to go up against this beautiful C6 Corvette with all of its drift package all ready to go and do it in a stock Supra is saying something. Nice big lunge by the Supra.
Adam! Holy cow! My goodness! Woo! Sorry to cut you off. I didn't get excited.
No, this is looking great. Nice big lunges from Adam, being able to modulate that.
Whoa! Yeah! It's like 3D! I love it!
being able to modulate the speed that he was able to lunge into those into the outer zones, as a follow driver, that's hard, and it's even harder with the setup that he currently has. So that's
automatic.
Automatics, from what I know. What I hear that has a clutch pedal, but what actually happens
isn't really like a standard 5-speed.
Yes. So whatever
it's
magic.
Like an automatic that identifies as a 5-speed.
Yes.
Or manual.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not in this state. So we have an excellent battle already starting off in this top 16. We have Andrew Grindle in that red C6 Corvette. Now he's going to have to follow Adam in the white Supra. I can't wait.
Wow. Grindle he's got his hands full. I mean, Adam, just what a chase run in that vehicle. Man, this is going to be exciting. All right, round 2. You guys ready for it? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Adam LZ is going to lead. Andrew Grindle's going to give chase. Adam in that automatic-ish Supra. Yeah, here we go. Both drivers making their way down the straight. All right, Adam LZ out front trying to fill out that outer zone. Andrew not too far behind trying to apply that pressure in the chase position. Both cars transitioning to that second outside zone. Look at Andrew! Andrew! Oh, that's an expensive door! Oh, my goodness! We're going to see what happens here. Robbins racing. Oh, look at Andrew! Applying the pressure. And Adam LZ, a great lead line, but Andrew is all over Adam LZ. Give it up for Adam LZ and Andrew Grindle. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, that's an expensive door to be tapping.
I'm not going to think about that right now. All I want to think about is the aggressiveness by Andrew Grindle. He didn't care how expensive the door is. He went in there like he wants to be King of OSW.
I wonder how that insurance claim is going to play out.
I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, gets super close. Just taps the rear bumper just ever so slightly. Andrew Grindle did with his front bumper. Just barely kind of nudges it. It did kind of cause a little bit of a flick. But for the most part, awesome run. Both drivers super talented. Interesting setup of equipment for both drivers, and both were able to use that equipment to really put on a great show. So
it looks like Adam LZ got the win?
Nope.
Who got the win? No. Who got the win? Grindle? Andrew Grindle gets the win. Andrew Grindle getting the win. Taking out Adam LZ. Give it up for Grindle. He's got his eyes on that crown. I don't know. Is he going to take it from Rios? We're going to find out, man. The stage is getting
Grindle did get all the way to the finals last time.
Right,
So he is certainly capable of getting far. Getting through this first battle is going to be big. And then now on to our next battle. Matt the Ginge, a former King of OSW, going to be out in front in the blue 350Z. Following him will be Cameron Nunez in the copper-colored Miata. I love seeing Miatas out here.
I do too.
The 350Z by Matt Ginge looking pretty solid out on the line, just hanging it all out there with the stock VQ. But the Miata able to really keep up. I'm pretty sure it's an LS-powered Miata. Coming in, starting to kind of gain some proximity towards the exit of outer zone 3. And then now right in front of the judges. Nice wide line by Ginge himself with the Miata right behind.
Wow, Matt really filling out all those zones. That was a clinic of a lead line almost. Look how he's getting deep in all those outer zones as we're watching the replay. And just nice, smooth transitions, trying to get a little shallow there actually through that second outside zone. But
they call it the bro line.
The bro line.
The bro line. Yeah, man. If you don't run the bro line, don't call yourself a bro.
Oh, man.
But Cameron Nunez in the Miata taking up the strategy of kind of easing into the proximity. He really didn't come in with too much aggressiveness out from the first outer zone. Started to slowly catch up. He's got the power. It's an LS-powered Miata. He's got the ability. It's certainly a talented driver. So it's just a matter of kind of putting those things together and finishing out the run with a little bit more proximity towards the beginning. But he definitely filled in the proximity at the end. So either way, they're going to be swapping it up. Andrew Ginge is going to be following the Miata, driven by Cameron Nunez. Cameron Nunez,
whoa! Look at Matt.
Is going to be being chased. This is going to be like a big bear and a rabbit running through the forest. That tiny little Miata navigating the course by a big old 350Z, driven by probably the most aggressive driver.
Look
right on the door.
Ginge. Holy cow.
Using the speed of the Manji to catch up right at the end, and then using just a little bit of left foot brake to sit on the door. Right on the wall. And then finishing right on the wall. Excellent driving by both.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way Nunez doing a good job. Running that bro line,
shallow,
I guess.
little
Little wobble, right?
But then Ginge is right there with it every single turn, every single
phase
move.
him whatsoever. Not phasing him whatsoever. Doing a great job. In both cars doing an amazing job, but I don't know. I don't envy the judges.
It's going to be tough. Any Miata fans out there, make some noise.
All right, it looks like Matt the Ginge is going to advance, but it was extremely close. The judges are saying it was very, very close, but Matt the Ginge is going to advance on. Unfortunately, Nunez is going to have to bow out of competition. Next up, we have our current king. I don't know if we have some music we could play for him, but if we could. Yeah. All right. That was my lame excuse.
It's a grassroots event. Like, there's not much production budget, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we got a live stream. Be happy. All right. We got, so the reigning king, Rios, is going against JC.
From Miami.
John Carlos from Miami, another MIA. A guy coming up here ready to do battle. So we'll see how this now.
So
I don't know.
Chris Rios is going to be in the red 350Z with all the graphics on the side, and then JC is going to be in the red G35, similar body, but no graphics.
All right, there, Rios out front, going to throw down that king line that trying to maintain that crown, but will JC be able to hang with? Whoa, man, that really taking an inside line there, trying to cut that line to gain proximity, but Rios showing us the king that he is, just putting a commanding lead and increasing that distance. JC almost straightening out. He's really struggling trying to keep up with the king as they make their way around. All hail the king! Rios making his way off the course. JC, I just don't think he had enough in the tank there.
No, there is certainly something missing there, is that he did try, but unfortunately I think Chris Rios just kept up the momentum. He's still a stock VQ. These cars produce about the same amount of power, but Chris just has that experience that really kind of helps him through that faster portion through the Manji, and this is where he really left JC. JC was in a different time zone right now and tried everything to keep up, shallower lines, kind of straight drifting through the transitions, but still wasn't enough. Chris Rios did have a little bit of a bobble and had to get back into drift right in front of the judges in outside zone 4, so that's going to be something to keep in mind, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal compared to lack of proximity and active chase.
Yeah, it could be. Now, so this is another dilemma that some of the drivers face. JC not having the best chase run. Hopefully he puts down a smoother lead run. If not, Rios is going to have his hands full trying to follow a line like that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Rios still has to chase down JC regardless, so it's not over yet. JC out front, Rios in the chase position. Rios trying to apply that pressure. He's not backing off. He's showing us that he's the king for a reason.
Woo!
Bumper to bumper through the transition. Rios almost off JC's door. Oh my goodness! They're making their way. They're still drifting. They're still in it. Rios is saying, "Listen, I'm a king for a reason. You're gonna feel my presence." As both cars make their way throughout the course, JC much better line this time around in the lead position. Rios, look at him just surging forward. Give it up for JC and Rios. Woo!
Excellent run, and I think Chris Rios did that whole entire run with the front bumper under his car.
That's fine.
I mean, obviously it didn't bother him because he was right on the door the whole entire time.
Amazing, amazing. Great job. Chris showing us the king that he is. Crown he's wearing. I wonder if he wears the crown while he's drifting.
He certainly wears it through some activities.
How do you know this?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Chris Rios gets the win.
All right, Chris Rios gets the win. It's going to advance on. Unfortunately, JC not having the best chase run, taking himself out of competition, some may say. Nonetheless, the reigning king, Chris Rios, is advancing on, and his next battle will be Matt the Ginge.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Next round.
2 King of OSWs going up against each other in top 8. Don't go anywhere for that. Oof. So we're going to go on to the next battle. Andy May and Leo Alvarado. Up. Andy May in the white E36. Leo Alvarado in the C5 Corvette. It's going to be a yellow Corvette. A couple Corvettes out here.
Yep, May going to lead. Alvarado going to give chase. Both drivers locked and loaded. Here we go. Working our way through the top 32 competition. May out front. Alvarado, May kind of a sloppy entry, if you ask me. Alvarado trying to follow behind, both cars transitioning. May is trying to get it back together, run nice and wide in that lead position. Alvarado not really being phased too much. Looks like he's doing a good job in that chase position, trying to apply that pressure. Both cars transitioning through this outer zone here, making the way. Alvarado's kind of cutting that line, trying to gain proximity. Both cars making it into that final outer zone. Not a lot of angle from May. Both drivers, Alvarado finally catching up. Give it up for Alvarado and May as they make their way off the course.
That was a slow burn. It took a little while for that one to heat up. It did look a lot better towards the end, but ooh, yeah, that front end, that first turn was not something to really be too proud of for both drivers. Both the lead and the follow had major mistakes through that first outer zone, but started to kind of get it back together through this Manji transition. Started to kind of figure it out, figure out the cars, figure out the pavement. You know, these conditions do change, so I give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But once they got it hooked up, it started to look a lot better. I love these cars, love the graphics on them. Seem like these drivers are pretty talented too, so let's see what they can do as they switch it up. Leo Alvarado and the Corvette will now lead, and then Andy May and the white E36 will chase him down.
Wow. Well, we'll see. But yeah, that first outer zone, that initiation, much to be desired. It's going to be interesting how the judges are going to play that. Again, was May just not initiating on point, causing the mistake of straightening out, or just like almost like Leo initiated the understeer as we watched it in the replay. So, but anyways, they're back at the line. Leo out front. Andy May going to give chase. Both drivers initiating much better this time around. Leo Alvarado doing a good job filling out that first outside zone, allowing May to get right in the pocket. Woo! Both cars transitioning, almost bumpered. Whoa, May making a correction there. Oh, but Leo holding it together. Both cars making their way through that little Manji section in the back. Whoa! Did he go into the back bumper?
Almost.
Of Leo? Looked pretty close. Andy May just not the prettiest chaser. I mean, yes, he's aggressive, but it's pretty sloppy. But both cars coming around here. Leo Alvarado doing a good job in the chase position.
Sloppy, but fun to watch.
Oh, actually,
I thought Andy May's aggressiveness in the white E36 was valid. That's what you want to do as a follow driver, but oh man, just coming so close right off the bumper and the second outer zone and then through the transition.
There you have it. Looks like Leo Alvarado's going to advance.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Too many mistakes, unfortunately, by Andy May, but yeah, you got a good point. I mean, May definitely aggressive, right? If you're going to make those mistakes, at least he's showing that aggression, right? He's trying to be the aggressor.
Right. So. And there's no doubt that Andy May isn't a passionate driver. You can tell from his driving. You can tell from those two runs.
I mean, he chose a great platform, BMW. Can't go wrong.
Exactly. Just unfortunately, not tonight.
Nope.
Leo Alvarado moves on in the yellow C5 Corvette.
Yep.
Next up, we have Stephen Weeks from Palm Bay.
Yep.
So anyone a part of that Chris Rios crew, along with Camel and so on. Stephen Weeks is one of the members. He was in that intro video that we showed you earlier with Tim interviewing our current king.
Yep.
So he will be leading, and Ricardo
De La Puerte.
Yes.
De La Puerte, he is going to chase down Weeks out front. Weeks struggling with that vehicle earlier, but looks like he's got it all put together, doing a good job making his way through the course. De La Puerte in the back doing it, man. He's applying that pressure. Both cars transitioning through that rear section as they make their way through the outer zone. Stephen doing a great job filling out that outer zone. I know he's battling that car, had some damage earlier. Both drivers coming through that final outer zone. Give it up for Stephen Weeks and Ricardo De La Puerte.
Such a fun run because both these cars were pretty close. They moved back and forth a little bit, but for the most part, Stephen really did put down a decent lead run for De La Puente to follow. Yeah. So, you know, it's good as a lead driver to also allow the follow driver to at least have an opportunity, and that's something that, you know, maybe not the judges really care about, but something for the fans.
Absolutely.
The fans do care about having a good battle, and then Stephen Weeks with that 2JZ Bahamian flag S13 hatch did a pretty good job.
No, he's doing a really good job, able to bang that car back into shape, taking a pretty good hit.
Yeah.
And I know he has his sights set on that crown.
Yeah, I mean, if Stephen Weeks would advance, let's say, you know, then
he could have to face
Chris Rios, his teammate.
Top 8.
That would be kind of fun. Or in the Final Four.
I think
or top 8, yeah.
I think there's even blood there. All right, here we go. Round 2. Ricky is leading out front, and Stephen in the chase position. Both drivers making it through that first outside zone. Stephen Weeks, look at him applying that pressure. in the chase position. De La Puerte doing a good job filling out that outside line, but look at Steven all over his
Pushing
door.
him.
Wow, Robbins Racing, he is putting all on the line tonight to give you guys a show. Look at him dive in for the attack. Blood is in the water. He wants that crown. He wants to take it from his boy. Will he be able to fight?
Contact!
Whoa! Oh, no. What is going on here?
Contact in the transition before outer zone 4. Stephen Weeks definitely kind of sat right on the rear bumper of Ricky De La Puente. So we got Pat Gooden, our judge, coming over.
Yeah, we're going to have him watch this replay a couple times. Ben, play it a couple times. Okay.
Yeah, from the replay, you can see Stephen Weeks kind of hanging in the transition zone of Ricky. Ricky in the Red 350Z tried to transition. Stephen Weeks was there. Two solid objects can't go through each other.
Yeah, we'll see. The judges just came over here to watch the replay. You guys can watch the replay as well if you get onto the Drift Sessions YouTube page. Shameless plug. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too.
That's kind of the cool part about drifting in the 2020s now is that we have a lot of live streams. You can watch the live stream on your phone and see it in real life. What better experience is that?
No, if you can't make it or if you got to leave early and you get to watch the replays, it makes the experience here live even better.
And you get to see us sometimes too.
I don't think they're worried about it. I mean, I like to see it.
Thanks, man.
It looks like did Ricky De La Puerte get the win?
Yes.
The Red Z. All right, yeah. Ricky De La Puerte gets the win. He's going to advance. Unfortunately, Stephen Weeks putting himself in an awkward position. Cutting the line, trying to apply that pressure, but it came back to bite him.
Yeah,
so
the aggressiveness was appreciated, but didn't work.
Right, you could be aggressive, but you have to allow the lead driver the right of way.
Yeah.
The lead driver has the right of way. You cannot impede his transitions or his line. So, unfortunately for Steven, he took himself out of competition.
Next up, Josh Tingley will be leading.
Tingley!
And Graham Rodriguez will be chasing him down.
So if he goes and introduces himself, does he go up to a girl and say, "Hey, my name, I'm Tingley"? How do you take
No.
that?
It's I'm Tingley, Josh Tingley.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. You got to. Okay.
So I don't have any info on these guys, so we can make up some stuff. Josh Tingley will be out in front. He's going to be in this black 240 SX convertible. And then in the S14, the white S14 is going to be Graham Rodriguez, kind of throwing, decent proximity through the course. I like the neons on both drivers. Really letting it hang through the transition, and then now up to the outer zone 3. Now this is when they really need to impress the judges, but unfortunately we got a donut from the follow driver from Graham Rodriguez, so it's going to be a clear, easy path to the finish for Josh Tingley. So kind of an unfortunate, end for, Graham Rodriguez. Having the donut, is not good. Having to spin out is not a good thing to show the judges.
There's a time and a place for donuts. This is not the time, nor the place.
Nor many places. I mean, in the morning, Dunkin' Donuts, sure, that's fine. In the middle of the intersection,
no.
And, what about bringing donuts to work?
I do that all the time.
Doing them on the middle of the highway.
No.
Okay. Doing them, just a little, go to the Salty Donut. They have them in Miami, too.
Salty Donut?
Yeah, they have the Salty, right?
I don't know.
It's a delicious, cake donut. Anyways.
Okay. Google that.
But on OSW, skid pad in the middle of competition.
Puerto Rico, they call it googleando. You just, you Google it. I'll have to Google it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take your word for that. So either way, they're going to be switching it up. Josh Tingley will be now chasing Graham Rodriguez, sitting on a big goose egg from his spin out on the follow run. Maybe he can make it up. Maybe he can really impress the judges that he should actually move on and that the spin out was just a fluke and that Josh Tingley isn't as good as him. So, that's kind of what it's up to, is proving the judges who should move on. But right now, Josh Tingley is putting his car all in the right places. Big shallow line from the Graham Rodriguez, unfortunately. But love the neons on the car. Nice big wide line to finish it off strong. I love it.
Wow, almost a tap in the wall on the way out.
I kind of wish he did because, it looks like he's got a couple taps on it already. So why not one more?
Hey. All right, you're watching the replay here. So Rodriguez much better in the lead position this time around, but unfortunately has a pretty major deficit with that spin in the chase position. I can only assume it's going to go one way, but we are waiting for the judge's decision. I can only imagine Tingley would get the win, advance on, but we'll see.
And Tingley gets the win.
Yep, Tingley advances. Rodriguez, unfortunately, taking himself out of competition and going to have to, well, he can return tomorrow, throw down some runs, right? He's out of competition, but it's not, the drifting is not over this weekend. We will be back here again tomorrow. So, folks, if you have to leave early or you want to see some more drifting tomorrow, come back out.
Sweet. Next up, can't wait, Camel.
Ooh.
Camel.
Who's he going against?
Jordan Calderon. Jordan Calderon from Miami. So Camel is in the dark purple 370Z. It's actually a loaner car.
Ooh,
and then Jordan Calderon in the gray and black 350Z chasing him down. So Camel out front. Nice initiation with that 350Z. He was telling me earlier that it does like to grip up a little bit more than his 350. So this 370 is slightly more grippy chassis, but that 350 that's chasing him down, driven by Jordan Calderon, is doing just fine. A little lacking in proximity, but that's okay. Camel quick E-brake grab to pull himself into outer zone 3. Now for the transition, he needs to really impress the judges by going that deep bro line all the way through.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wow. Nice run by both drivers. Very smooth, fluid throughout the course. Good lead. Camel did he came off front, doing a good job filling out those zones. Oh man, he kind of called drone. He said, "Is that Josh?" Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan kind of straightened up there in the chase position, making some mistakes there, causing him to fall back a little bit. But Camel doing a great job. Nice lead run, setting the standard, setting the pace for the next time around. Now these drivers are going to go back to the line. They're going to switch positions. And with a lead run like that, I'd have to say it looks like Camel has the advantage.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, Jordan, unfortunately, leaving a little to be desired in that chase position, having some bobbles.
But still respectable. You know,
yeah, he's still trying
he
to
has the opportunity in the lead run to maybe put a gap on Camel or really go deep with the bro line. But let's see what he can do. Jordan Calderon now out front. Big, nice, wide entry. Almost hits the wall on entry. But Camel knocking on his door, looking pretty solid in that 370Z, giving him enough room to transition, straighten just a little bit to gain proximity, but so far so good.
Whoa!
Going off and into the berm!
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Whoa, what was going on there? What was going on?
So Camel definitely was aggressive with his follow, but did the lead driver get pushed?
Yes.
I don't know what to say. We're going to go to the replay, but Camel definitely doing the right thing and continuing the run, but we're going to look at the replay. And outer zone 2 is where we really see the magic, where the fight go.
Jordan looks like he's doing a much better job in the lead position, filling out the outer zones, but here we go as it starts we're slowing down the replay.
No.
What is going on? Camel really inside there.
Yeah, but
now, did he put himself?
Did he cross the front axle?
Oh, wait. Oh, there wasn't a hit. It wasn't a hit.
Yeah, he just clipped it.
It was a dirt drop.
Yeah, he clipped it.
Oh.
He clipped the dirt and it sent him into the berm.
Wow, that's the beauty of the replay, right? Beauty of the replay.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
I thought it was a hit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known what to believe
it looked like he
if
pushed
we didn't
him
have
off
the
the
drone.
course.
And because it did seem like Camel gained a ton of proximity real quick at that that exit of outer zone 2.
Yeah,
so there we go. Camel will get the win.
Yep, Camel advances on. Jordan, unfortunately, dropping himself too deep into that second, not coming out of that second outer zone, dropping a tire, causing him to pull off course, and basically giving himself the defeat.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Is it's dark in that back corner, so you really can't give yourself too many areas to judge yourself from.
Right.
As far as where you are on the track, so it's a little bit tough to find those reference points in the dark. But unfortunately for Jordan, not
Looks like
not
next
tonight.
we have Sean Booth in the red, one of my favorite cars, and I've seen this car do battle so often, is Sean Booth in that red S15 and Evan Daly.
Yep, Evan Daly out in front of the red S14. So it's going to be a little tough to find the differences between the two physical characteristics of these two cars, but Sean Booth is chasing him down in the brighter red S15. It's the newer S14. And then so far so good. I think every move that they've made is solid. Sean's being a little conservative when it comes to proximity, but being a lot more aggressive just now. Diving in, grabbing a wider line, keeping up with them all the way through outer zone 4. Make some noise for Sean Booth and Evan Daly.
I'll tell you what, Sean Booth, that man is a monster in that right-hand drive S15, a legitimate S15. And the car has just a ton of battle scars. Most people would get that car and garage it and baby that car. He is using it as his weapon of choice at the King of OSW tonight, and he is showing he can chase down just about any driver. But Evan doing a good job filling out all those zones. Nice lead line, a little shallow there in outer zone number 4, but it seemed like smooth transitions, allowing Sean Booth to get comfortable in that chase position. We'll see. Here we go.
I don't
Both
see
drivers
any major mistakes by both drivers. Both put down solid runs. Now they'll switch it up. Now we'll get to see Sean Booth lead, Evan Daly chase him down. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, Evan, he's got his hands full. He's going to have to show Sean Booth who he is. I don't know if they know each other, if these drivers have ever driven together before.
They met for the first time tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
It was a match meant to be. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. Sean out front. Sean always puts down a nice lead line, able to keep his car on track. Evan, pretty shallow, trying to gain that proximity, almost getting in the front of Sean Booth. Both cars transitioning. Look at Evan, almost bumper to bumper. They're making their way around that second outer zone. Now Evan's starting to fall back. Sean starting to pull away. Both cars transition into outer zone number 3. Whoa, Evan diving in for the attack. Sean Booth able to get it together, pull a gap just slightly. Both cars making it through that 4th and final outer zone. Evan way inside. Oh my God! Oh! I thought Evan was going to cut that line too much.
It looked like he was
go right into the side of Sean Booth.
Yeah, it was looking like he was going to make a pass on the last corner, but it was just maybe too shallow. I think he could have just been, mid-rear quarter panel and would have been just fine. If he didn't go so shallow, I think he would have really had a good chance. But I think Sean Booth has really come out as the better driver, and that's why he will get the win. Sean Booth gets the win.
All right, Sean Booth advancing on. We're almost 3/4 of the way through the top 32 competition. Like I said, Tommy doesn't play around here. It's just run after run after run, and these drivers, their cars are staying together, and this is fun to watch, man. This is good. This is exciting.
And it only gets quicker after this. It honestly is just one. Once we get through the 16, the 8 is half as much time, the 4 is even less, and then we're just all the way to the finals before you could even, blink an eye. So, nonetheless, next run will be Steve Bergstrom and Tom Perner. Tom Perner from Newberry, Florida, driving the Glitter S550 Mustang. Then Steve Bergstrom, he's going to be leading. He's going to be in the teal 350Z from Orlando. He's got a bum knee but a big heart, so let's see what they can do out here.
Here we go. All right, there we go. Nice. Perner's chasing down Bergstrom. He's been very consistent in that Ford Mustang. Both cars transitioning through that second outer zone. Can Tom apply the pressure he needs to Steve to cause Steve to make a mistake? Both cars transitioning into that third outer zone. Whoa, Tom's going to dive in for the attack. Coming in hot, throwing in that extra angle to slow the car down. Steve making his way through that 4th final outer zone. Tom and Steve. Wow, that was a good run.
That was a good run.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with Steve Bergstrom really staying consistent and smooth in the lead driver. That's what you want to see from a lead driver, too, so that's really important for the judges. For Tom, I think he did a really good job of trying to gain that proximity all throughout the course, but unfortunately I think he just made a lot of adjustments throughout the course, too. So that might be like a demerit for the judges to consider. So Demerit. A mistake. Pull up your thesaurus.
Yes. What a great night. The weather is absolutely beautiful. It was a little hot early today. It has cooled down, and this is
nice.
This is nice. I could get used to
this.
The
last few King of OSWs, it's either been super cold, rained, or both.
Or both.
It's never been nice as it is tonight.
It has. Now we can say it has.
Now we can say it has. So now they'll be switching it up. Steve Bergstrom will be chasing down Tom Perner. Steve and the teal 350Z chasing, and then Tom Perner and the Mustang out in front.
All right, Tom, you can hear that Mustang just roaring down the straight. Nice initiation, nice and wide in that first outside zone. Steve right there with them. Let's see how they transition into that second outer zone. Both cars making their way across. Steve trying to close that gap. Apply that pressure to Tom Perner as both cars transition in the back section. Now here we go. Steve, is he going to dive in for the attack? Tom tapping the brake a little bit, but Steve is not being phased whatsoever. Steve could get a little deeper in that pocket. Applied a little more pressure. Whoa! And I spoke too soon. And Steve almost dives into the door. Tom Perner, give it up for Tom Perner and Steve Bergstrom. What a great run.
That was great. I loved the different aspects of the drivers. I mean, the Mustang will probably have a bit more horsepower than the 350Z, and Steve was able to use the momentum all the way through. I'm really impressed with both drivers. I don't know who it could go to, but Steve Bergstrom gets the win.
Steve Bergstrom gets the win. All right, there you go. Steve Bergstrom advancing on, taking out Tom Perner. Woo,
yeah,
man.
I don't know who it could have gone to because, honestly, I think I wouldn't have been surprised if Tom Perner won. But either way, he is eliminated from the competition. He was out there in that Mustang from Newberry, Florida. Big shout out to his YouTube channel, Pernstar.
Hey, go for it, right? All right, next we have Ethan Hodges. And is that
Jose Roca?
Roca. Okay, Jose Roca and Ethan Hodges. Ethan Hodges.
It's going to be in the red 350Z.
Yeah, he said he brought Excalibur out. I mean, he brought his battle machine out today, so he's ready to take that crown. We'll see what happens.
Jose is going to be in the white Miata.
All right.
Another Miata out. It's good to see.
Yeah, yeah. All right, there we go. So Jose Roca in the white Miata. Ethan Hodges from Vero Beach in the red 350Z, 1.5 JZ powered.
So what is a 1.5J?
I don't know. It's a mix and match and hodgepodge and Frankenstein something. All right, Ethan Hodges out front. Nice initiation. Jose trying to cut that line to gain proximity. Almost cutting off Ethan Hodges in the chase position. Able to maintain distance, a little bit of transition. Wow. I mean, Jose's really trying to apply that pressure to make sure that Ethan Hodges feels his presence. But wow, Ethan Hodges is surging forward through that back section. Now both drivers making their way through that third outer zone. Jose straightening out, coming out of drift, back in drift. But Ethan Hodges filling out that outer zone. Whoa, that car ripping. You hear all those little JZs bouncing around in there.
There is many JZs going on, and I loved hearing every single one of them. The Miata taking a huge shortcut is not a good thing. The Miata eventually just shallowed out and went straight in the outer zone 3, but still it did try to use all the power that it could. It seemed like it was a turbo, Miata. Even with that power to rate ratio, I don't think it was nearly enough to keep up.
If Jose cut the line like that at Disney, he'd probably get beat up.
He at least kicked out.
Yeah.
You would have been told very nicely by a cast member to leave.
Have a stern talking to.
Yes. And then pointed in the direction of the exit with 2 fingers. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. They, 2 fingers. Because pointing with 1 finger is offensive. So. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I just point with my fist. Shake my fist. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. Well,
yeah, good to know.
The more you know.
So now they're going to be switching it up. Jose Roca and the white Miata will be now out in front with the more powerful 350Z of Ethan Hodges chasing him down. So this is, again, the nice thing about drifting is that you sometimes have to, adapt to the different power levels of the various cars that come out here. So Ethan Hodges with the more powerful 350Z, more gripped up, now has to follow a much slower Miata. You can really tell how much Ethan Hodges is struggling.
Whoa! He's like pushing him around the course. He's like, come on, man. You got to go a little faster.
Big strain by Ethan Hodges. This could be a dub for the Miata.
Oh, what do you do? What are you doing, Ethan? What's going on? Oh, man.
350Z shutting down on the exit of Outer Zone 3, giving the Miata a pretty clear path towards a victory.
I don't know, because the Miata did straighten out.
It did straighten out. It could go to one more time. It could go to one more time. But if the 350Z is broken...
Oh, no, don't say that.
I don't know, man.
Don't say those words. How dare you?
I don't know. It shut down and did not begin drifting again. So
yeah, it definitely was a mechanical failure, it looks like, because he was nice in the pocket and just power dropped off. There was no contact whatsoever.
So what's going to happen? It's going to be down to our 3 judges, Pat Gooden, Brandon McDowell, and Tommy Roche.
I mean, Ethan Hodges he doesn't have time to fix his car. So it's either ready to go one more time if it is one more time.
Miata wins.
All right,
there we
go. Wow, that's an upset if I haven't ever seen one right there.
Miata fans, make some noise!
Yay!
I'm going to push you out of this chair. All right, next up, we have Ryan Acevedo and his streetcar, gray 350Z with the AC. Pedro Acosta also in a 350Z, but it's silver. So, again, it's going to be kind of tough to tell who's
gray and
who's
silver.
who. Yeah. Let's see. Ryan's from the 904.
Yep. Whoop, whoop. And then Pedro Acosta from MIA. A lot of Miami guys up here. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Again, I think you just put a message out there, right on the side of what used to be called the FTX arena, saying like, come to this drift event, right?
Yep.
Or like you flew one of those small Cessnas along the beach and be like, hey, big drift event, come.
I dropped a bunch of packages out the window.
Yeah.
And they got it was
or fake $100 bills.
Fake $100 bills. Yeah,
that's another good one.
Us. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay. Ryan looks like he's going to be leading, and Acosta, Pedro, is going to chase both drivers in 350Zs.
Yep, they are still getting ready, and I think we are all ready. So we're going to send it with Ryan Acevedo out in front in the gray 350Z. He's going to be a slightly darker gray. And then Pedro Acosta in the silver 350Z. Both VQs, both pretty similar cars. Pretty much
guard your ears. All right, here we go.
Twinning.
Ryan out front. Pedro giving chase. Pedro doing a pretty good job in that chase position. Ryan said this is his year. He's going to take that crown. Let's see as he's in that lead position. Nice lead line. Ryan's out here quite often, knows this track very well. Pedro coming up from the MIA, trying to throw down door-to-door with Ryan Acevedo as they make their way through that fourth and final outer zone. Pedro doing a good job in that chase position. Give it up for Ryan and Pedro. Wow, the dueling 350s.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell them apart.
No, that was hard because the silver is faded and the gray.
They both did well.
What's the... Did they make a gray and a silver, or is it just the same color? They're calling
one has been sitting out in the sun longer.
Sun a little longer. That's the difference. One's faded, one's still shiny.
So either way, I think both drivers did a solid job. Ryan Acevedo out in front, laying down a bro line, going deep where he needed to. The other 350Z, Pedro, he still kind of hung with it here and there. At the end, he finished strong, so you really can't complain.
Nope, not at all. That was a good run, but now. So Ryan, it's not getting handed to him. Ryan Acevedo, if he wants to take home the crown, he's got to get through Pedro Acosta. And Pedro is showing that he's a force to be reckoned with as they make their way up to the line again.
So they're going to switch it up, but you won't be able to notice. Ryan Acevedo.
Take our word for it. Take our word for it.
Chasing down Pedro Acosta. Let's see what they can do.
All right, Acosta up front. Acevedo in a great job in the chase position as he usually does. Let's see, both cars making their way through that first outer zone. Look at Ryan, almost bumper to bumper through the transition as they make their way into that second outer zone. Acosta doing a good job in the lead line, letting Ryan get comfortable in that pocket as both cars transition through that back section. A little fire coming out the back of Ryan's car as both cars making their way through that third outer zone. Nice lead line by Pedro. Nice lead line. Ryan diving in for the attack as they make their way through that fourth final outer zone.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Oh, man. I can see how you get confused, like, oh, that lead. Oh, wait. Which car's which?
No, but both drivers did awesome. Pedro laying down a super solid line. Ryan right along with it. What else can you ask for? And honestly, it's going to be hard to tell these guys apart because they both drove great. They both drive the same car. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man.
I don't know. The judges, I can see they're like, okay, Tommy's shaking his, scratching his head there.
Yep.
It's a head scratcher for sure.
Yeah, Brain.
How many guys think Ryan Acevedo won? Ooh, he's got a lot of Ryan fans. What about
Pedro Acosta?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's try that one more time. I had a brain fart. Pedro Acosta.
Yeah.
Ryan Acevedo.
Great 350Z.
Great 350Z.
I think they prefer the drivers over the cars.
Yeah, I think so.
Do we have a decision, judges?
One more time.
Uno mas.
One more time. Uno mas. One more time. Woo. And they're going right at it, right? They don't get a break, do they?
No, they have to go right back at it. No changing tires. No, like, hey, let's look over the car and fuel it up. It's going right into action, and that's the part about these grassroots events that I love. There's no waiting. There's no diddling and daddling along.
You got to be able – it's a gauntlet. You got to be able to just battle it out run after run.
No, nothing like the gauntlet for the King of OSW.
That's why we're here. That's why we love watching.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see what they can do in the one more time. Ryan Acevedo, Pedro Acosta going at it again. And then we got two more battles after that. Matt Schulman and Omario Gonzalez. And Ryan Sovia against David White.
Oh, wow. Well, they're back at the line already. They're ready to do battle.
Let's do it. So now they're going to be clean slate.
Yep.
Nothing about the last battle mattered.
Never happened.
And then now they get to prove to the judges who should move on.
All right, here we go. The one more time battle between Ryan Acevedo and Acosta as they make their way down the straight. Ryan out front in that gray silverish 350Z. Acosta right behind him in that gray silverish 350Z. Both cars making their way around the course. Ryan doing a good job like he always does. Very consistent in that lead position is Ryan Acevedo, but Acosta right there with them. Let's see, can Ryan pull away a little bit? Oh, almost a car gap between the two drivers. Can Ryan show the judges that he deserves this win and move on? Whoa, look at Pedro diving in for the attack. Both cars transitioning into that fourth and final outer zone. Pedro Acosta, Ryan Acevedo, give it up for these drivers. Yeah, buddy.
There we go. I mean, again, this could easily become a one more time battle again. I think both did equally good and equally bad in a couple places, but for the most part, equally good in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they drive the same car, and there might be like the same driver. It's just like a clone.
That's a clone.
Yeah.
We are showing you the first ever drift clone technology.
Yes.
Wow, both drivers doing a great job. But I would say a difference this time around. Ryan did seem like he was able to gap Pedro through that back section, so that may play a part in the judges' call as they're analyzing every part of this run. They're going to switch it up, go back at it again. And can Pedro be consistent? We know Ryan Acevedo is a very consistent driver. This is his home course. This is his hometown. I mean, he's ready to do battle, but we'll see. Acosta's showing that he's worthy. And here we go. Both drivers making their way. Acosta out front this time. Acevedo in the chase position. Both cars making their way through that first outside zone. Acosta doing a great job. Well, look at Ryan, almost door to door, bumper to bumper through that transition into that second outer zone. Ryan, whoa! What's going on? Whoa! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Again, we see the judges coming over here because the follow driver certainly was aggressive. Whether or not that aggressiveness turned into a push or a lunge or something to cause the lead driver to go off, because that was a lead driver mistake. Now we're going to look to the replay. Again, look on your phones to check this out if you're not here live. Or if you're here live, check it out on your phones.
Yep, okay. Both drivers, as we're watching the replay, making their way through that first outer zone, transition again to that second outer zone. Is there contact or is it a dirt drop? It looks like it's a dirt drop. Dirt drop.
Yeah, no contact.
He's a dirty boy. Dirty, dirty, dirty boy.
Ryan played that so well. He definitely had the aggressiveness, but did not hit the other driver.
Able to maintain control in the pocket under adverse situations. Give it up for Ryan Acevedo, able to avoid collision. Unfortunately, I mean, Acosta doing an amazing job coming out here, throwing down against Ryan, but just going into the second outer zone, just a little too hot.
Yeah, and Pedro is still out there, so hopefully everything's okay with his car as well. He did spin it around, which does put some stress on the car, but I don't know. I mean, plenty of things can break, diffs, axles. He kind of like would move. Yeah, that's the other thing about King of OSW is that this is for fun, but you do have a little bit of pride to lose if you get out too early. So we do have our emergency vehicle out just in case it can't get off the track on its own power. It's just kind of clunking along.
Yeah, it looks like he's looks like it is moving now.
Yeah,
so
it might be a broken axle if it's.
Yeah, give it up.
Yep.
For Acosta and Ryan Acevedo valiantly fought one more time battle, but Ryan Acevedo is going to get the win. Ryan Acevedo is going to advance on. This guy's eyes set on that crown. But I'll tell you what, hats off to Pedro Acosta.
Yeah,
very aggressive, doing a great job.
Coming here from Miami and being able to go up against one of our, one of our regulars.
Hometown heroes,
yeah.
In a way. Yeah, I think maybe he chose the great 350Z to kind of throw the judges off. Maybe it was a tactic.
Yeah,
going
it's actually
Ryan.
a good.
I mean, they actually have the same wing too, like.
Yeah, they both have kind of like the duck bill.
Yeah. Quack quack. All right, who we got next?
So Matt Schulman in the black S13 hatch with an SR against Omario Gonzalez.
All right, there you go.
So
all right, Matt Schulman going to lead first. Yep. Omario going to give chase. Both drivers locked and loaded. Like I said, there are no brakes here. We just keep going. We're not going to stop.
Let's go.
Are you playing footsie with me?
Just accidentally.
Oh.
So Matt Schulman, like he was saying, will be out in front as soon as they get the clearance to go. We'll see him. Well, yeah. We'll obviously see him go, unless they just want to sit there on grid all night.
No, I don't think so. I think they're ready to do battle. There's been a lot of exciting moments. I can't even name one of my favorite moments so far, and it's just going to get better as the night goes on.
Yeah, we've already had some great battles. This is the second to last battle in the top 16, so tons of good action already and tons more coming your way.
All right, Matt Schulman out front. Mario giving chase. Matt Schulman, not as aggressive entry as I'd like. Whoa, already spinning out. Oh, what a shame. Matt Schulman spinning, giving himself a major deficit. Gonzalez, he was the chase driver, and in most competitions, if the lead driver spins, the chase driver is not really required to run the rest of the course because he's basically, ooh, nice little flame action there. I can use some of that work. It's kind of silly. But, yeah, like I said, Matt Schulman started in the first place position, coming out last, unfortunately. He's not, doesn't look like he's in his competition car either, so
yeah,
it's probably working a bug.
Totally understand, like new car, new track, does kind of take a second to kind of acclimate, but unfortunately doing so in a competition is not going to be good.
No, not good. Not doing himself any favors. Nonetheless, the battle is not over. We've seen stranger things happen with a battle where you seemingly is already decided, go into the second half of competition and go one more time because the other driver make a similar mistake. So it ain't over yet. Both drivers making their way up now. Mario Gonzalez is going to lead. Matt Schulman going to give chase.
Let's see what they can do. They flip it up, and Matt Schulman will have to prove to the judges that he should still stick around in this competition despite that spin on his lead run.
Yeah, but here we go. Mario out front. Whoa, look at Schulman really trying to dive in the pocket, apply that pressure. Look at him trying to cause a mistake from Mario Gonzalez. Will he cause a mistake from Mario Gonzalez? I mean, Matt Schulman definitely applying the pressure, kind of sloppy, but in the whoa! Oh, straightening out Matt Schulman in that back section as both cars make their way into that third hour zone. Final transition into the fourth and final hours. Whoa! Look at Matt Schulman! What is it? Too little, too late. Just maybe too many mistakes, but definitely leaving an impression on the judges at the end there.
If this was judged just off of a few camera shots, I think Matt Schulman would have had a chance, but the rest of it was not put together. So I think it's going to be a pretty clear win for Mario Gonzalez. Just waiting on our judges to decide. Mario's in the teal 240 SX.
Yep, S13.
S13 hatch. Or coupe, I'm sorry.
And it looks like, Mario Gonzalez is going to get the win. Mario Gonzalez is advancing on, taking out Matt Schulman. Some may say Matt Schulman taking himself out, unfortunately. But you never know how it's going to play out here.
Sometimes it's just up to you to win or lose. It sometimes isn't always the better of the two drivers. It's just a matter of, who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Right. And now we are our last battle of the top 32 competition, but don't go anywhere because we're going right into the top 16, into the top 8. We're not stopping until we crown either a new king or the current king retains the crown. We're going to find out soon. So who's up next?
Ryan Sovia and David White. So let's see. Ryan Sovia is going to be in a red FRS, and then David White in a black S13 truck. So this is a normal 240SX that has had the back chopped off and turned into a truck bed.
Well, okay. I wonder if he uses for like side jobs. He should put a ladder rack on there. Amaro?
Oh.
What were we saying?
Amario. We were saying Amario.
Mario? Amaro. Okay. Oh, Rodriguez. Okay. Gonzalez, actually. I'm half Spanish, so I say things half wrong. So, Amaro Gonzalez. We apologize.
I don't think I've ever gotten every single driver's name correct.
No, that's the thing about announcing. If you don't know them, sometimes it's different. But we apologize. We want to make sure we get everybody's name correct.
Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you for letting us know. We won't make that mistake anymore. Okay, anyways.
Ryan Silva out in front. David White chasing him down. Look at that 240SX truck with the smokestacks poking through the rear. But Ryan Sovia in the red FRS snaking through the transition and then out to the outer zone with David White applying the proximity with that 240SX truck. About to haul his way into Ryan Sovia. Looking really good through the outer zone 3. Now for the transition in front of the judges. This is where a lot of drivers make mistakes, but no! They're right on it!
Oh my goodness.
David White holding right on to the door of Ryan Sovia through outer zone 4. What more could have you asked for?
Oh, that was, oof. Man, that was a good run. I mean, it looks like White did make some errors in the chase position, but applying that pressure, he's trying to apply that pressure. He's trying to be aggressive, trying to keep up with that. I mean, that Sovia's car looks like Ryan's car looks like a rocket. I mean, he definitely seems like he's got that dialed in. I think Mofongo Drift, right? Mofongo Drift?
Yeah, I mean, excellent run. LS3 powered FRS out in front with a RB25 S13 truck, mowing him down.
Yeah, man, he's doing the job. I'm telling you, before I was saying, he should put a ladder rack on there.
Yeah.
I mean, he should really finish off.
You just want him to help out with your contracting jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. I can, hey, come on out, put a ladder rack on there, maybe a lift gate.
Tow hook,
get it on there. All right, here we go. White out front. Ryan giving chase. Both cars initiating into that first outer zone. Ryan's going to try to chase down David as they make their way in that first transition. Both cars transitioning into that second outside zone. Wow, David White doing a great job in the lead position, pulling away from Ryan as they make their way through the rear of the course. Both cars transitioning into that third outer zone. Wow, Ryan coming in hot, trying to close that gap. Let me tell you something. Sovia doing a great job in that lead position, and here we go. Both drivers making their way into that final outer zone. Give it up for Sovia and David White. Whoa.
Great runs by both drivers.
I was surprised
both
Ryan,
aggressive.
He actually pulled gap on Ryan there.
That was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
You wouldn't usually think that from an LS3, but Ryan certainly losing a little bit of ground, especially through the fastest parts of the course.
Yeah.
So David White out there in the truck, kind of chugging along, going through all the zones. Ryan starting to take the shallower line to start to play the pressure, but wasn't really there until this last outer zone, right when you see him right in front of the judges. And then they finished both strong, but I don't think it was enough. I think this could be a 240 truck moving on.
I don't know. We'll see as the judges are kind of talking. And, yep, David White advances. Taking out Ryan Sovia. Wow, give it up for David White. Man, putting on a show and doing some work in that truck.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. He should get a contract for, a work order for laying down some awesome runs here at OSW.
Yeah, you could do some service calls in between. But here we go. We're going right into the top 16. It looks like Yolan versus Harrell. They're going to do battle. Yolan out front. Harrell going to give chase. Hopefully I'm saying Yolan right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot longer last name. It's like Yol. I don't even have it
Okay, so we'll just stick with that.
Yeah,
okay.
let's just stick with Yolan.
Okay.
J.R. Yolan. Yep. So before the top 8, we're about halfway through, so we're going to take
top 16,
we're going to take a kind of like a halftime. So grab some drinks, grab some food, use the bathroom, stretch your legs. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes.
Yep. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you soon.
Sweet. we are about ready to get back to action here at King of OSW 2023 Spring Break Bash. So ready for this. We're going to...
There we go. And there you see the start line right there. We're getting ready to get in the top 16. You guys ready? Woo! Yeah! That's all right. There we go. We're still awake. And all right, Yolan going to be out front. Harold giving chase. Both drivers initiating into that first outside zone. Harold in that blue IS trying to chase down Yolan in his blue S15, I believe. Is that S15? No,
yep,
S13.
J.R. Yolan's out in front in the blue S15. Drew Harrell is back behind him in the blue IS300. So a totally different kind of setup of cars here. We have the S15 kind of leading out, a little bit more power than the IS, but still the IS is still chugging along, looking pretty solid.
Yeah. Wow, getting back into the top 16. Nice little run there. I'd like to see more IS300s out
They're
there.
really a great car. Honestly,
I do like it.
I said that it was underpowered, but it did kind of sound like it had a turbo, so it could be a 2J.
Little Terpsky
on there. And the S15, easily, an SR. Sounds.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what they are.
And SRs are going for so much money now.
So either way,
it's crazy.
I know, for real. But the IS300, driven by Drew Harrell, is still keeping up with them. J.R. Yolan out in front of the blue S15. The coupe is looking solid. The sedan still kind of hanging in there where he can. So I really can't complain about any of that. Sloppy here and there, but that's okay. It should be the top 8. We're actually in the top 8. Sorry, I didn't mean
top
to.
8, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we just finished the top 16. Now we're in the 8, then the 4, then the actually, wait.
No, we're in top 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 16.
2, 4, 6, 8. 16.
Who do we appreciate?
Wow. Who would?
All right, anyhow. Now Yolan is going to chase. Harold's going to be out front. Both drivers making their way down the straight. All right, give it up for both these drivers as they make their way into that initiation point. Harold out front. Yolan trying to close that gap, trying to apply that pressure on the Harold as he makes his way through that first outside zone. Bumper to bumper through the transition. Second outside zone doing a great job. Yolan applying the pressure, almost making contact. Looked like he's straightened out as both drivers transition coming into that third outer zone. Harold doing a good job. Nice outside line in the lead position is Harold. Both drivers transition. Whoa, coming in hot. Yolan trying to apply that pressure, but Yolan making some mistakes there in that chase position.
Yeah, but Drew Harrell in the IS300, super solid. Really put it exactly where he needed to. Rode the bro line. Swung it out wide. Yolan was able to capitalize on that and kind of push him around the track a little bit, but that's all right. That's what the lead driver is really there to do, is just to put down a solid 100-point qualifying run. And then Yolan just kind of hanging in there wherever he has the opportunity. Wherever Drew Harrell opened up the gap in the IS300, Yolan came in. Yolan came rolling in the S15.
Yolan rolling.
I knew there was something there, and I just figured it out like halfway there.
That's good. It flows nice.
So either way, now it's going to be up to the judges. So they get to decide between these two blue drift cars. They are deliberating. Our judges, Brandon McDowell, Pat Gooden, and Tommy Roche.
Well, I already know a blue car is going to win.
Yeah. Blue car
how many
gets
doors
the
is
win.
going to have?
Drew Harrell gets the win.
Oh, wow. Drew Harrell taking out Yolan.
Oof.
Moving on to the top 8. Wow, so Harold's going to have to battle the winner of the next battle, which is Davey Peoples or Grindle, and that is he's going to have his hands full with either one of these drivers.
Yeah.
They're really, Grindle took out LZ.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a fun next battle. Davey Peoples in the Mustang and Andrew Grindle in the Corvette. This is going to be, American muscle at its finest out here on the drift track. I hope you guys are ready for this. Davey Peoples will be leading first in the Mustang. Andrew Grindle will be right behind him in the Corvette.
Wow, it's going to be fun. How many guys think Davey Peoples is going to win? Grindle? Ooh, close right there. Davey Peoples out front. Grindle initiating almost on the door of Davey Peoples. Both cars making it through that first outer zone. Now they're going to transition into the second outer zone. Grindle falling back just slightly, but diving back in the pocket. Davey Peoples always putting down a stellar lead run as he does. Both cars transitioning. Look at Grindle trying to dive in for the attack, but Peoples looks like he's able to fend it off. Grindle kind of look a shallow angle into that transition, but almost making contact. Both drivers making up to Davey Peoples and Andrew Grindle. Give it up for these drivers, putting it all on the line. Woo!
Man, both V8s were thundering through this course, and both were looking pretty dang good doing it. So I was really happy with how Andrew Grindle went super aggressive right off the bat, and then came through on the outside zone, second outside zone, and then stayed with them almost all the way through. The only place that I really saw Grindle really lack in proximity was right here, outside zone 3. Just really didn't see as much aggressiveness, but started to catch up as they started to exit and transition. Now at the finish, this is exactly where you hear the roars of the V8s, firing all 16 cylinders out on track, and then finishing strong. So that's exactly what you want to see.
Wow. Round two. Will it be Davey Peoples or will it be Grindle? We shall see. Both drivers ready to do battle. Both drivers looking for the crown, wanting to walk away with the crown and be able to retain that crown until next King of OSW. But here we go. Grindle out front. Davey Peoples giving chase. Grindle, nice initiation. Davey Peoples trying to surge right into the door of Grindle as they make their way through that first transition into that second outer zone. Wow, look at Davey Peoples right in the pocket. Whoa! Oh, no! Oh, no! Are you kidding me? Davey Peoples, what happened there? What happened?
We got robbed. We got robbed. We could have seen these two drivers follow it through.
What is going on? Davey Peoples cannot be happy with himself.
So now we're going to go to the replay. Judges are looking at this too. So we want to make sure that Davey Peoples, for whatever reason, didn't get pushed off track or any malplay in any way. But it just looked like he tapped and then spun.
Looked like he was coming in hot, maybe trying to make too much of a correction.
Yeah, kind of took himself out a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable to hit another car and kind of back out, but to back out and then spin, that's tough, man. That's going to be tough. Yep. So either way,
you have it.
Andrew Grindle gets the win.
Andrew Grindle getting the win. Davey Peoples kind of taking himself out of competition. Unfortunately, coming in hot in the pocket, trying to make that correction, just too much of a correction, causing him to spin out and just hand the victory over to Grindle.
This next battle, Matt the Ginge against none other than Chris Rios.
So we have the reigning King of OSW, Chris Rios, going against a former King of OSW, and Matt the Ginge. We shall see. And we saw this battle last at Black Friday. We saw this battle, I believe, didn't we?
Yeah, I think they've battled once or twice, and I'm really excited for this because they're both in 350Zs. They've both been King of OSW, and now they have to do battle. This track might as well be called the 350Z track because that's all I see out here, and that's the car that performs usually the best. And it's a stock VQ or VQHR with bolt-ons. It doesn't really matter. It's a car that fits really well in this kind of second gear type of course. And these two guys, super talented and the right equipment, is going to be magic. I'm telling you, this battle is probably going to be one of my favorites tonight.
Yep. How many guys think Matt the Ginge is going to get this? What about the reigning king, Chris Rios? Ooh, I don't know. It looks like Rios has some fans out here. It looks like his subjects are out here to support him.
Yeah, I want to hear Chris Rios in that Boston Scottish accent that you got going on.
Oh, man. I try, I try. Chris Rios.
See, that was good. That was good. The King of OSW.
The King of OSW. Yeah.
Anyways.
We have fun. We try to make it fun for everybody.
Chris Rios will be leading this one. No, Ginge will be out in front.
All hail the king, Chris Rios. Matt the Ginge is going to be out front. Chris Rios is going to give chase. Give it up for both of these drivers. Woo! Yeah. I like that. Was a good one. Who was that? Yeah. There you go. That's right. It's a family affair out here. We're all out here having a good time. You guys are sticking with us here. It's kind of chilly. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and we're just a little past halfway done. I mean, it's gonna roll pretty smoothly now. But here we go. Matt the Ginge out front. Chris Rios, give a chance, get up for these drivers. Look at Chris Rios trying to apply pressure, but whoa, kind of shallow. Oh no, that was a correction from the king. Matt the Ginge putting on a clinic. on that lead run. Nice wide lead run, but look at Rios trying to apply that pressure in the chase mission. Whoa! Oh, I thought there was going to be contact there. Coming around that third outer zone. Matt the Ginge, Chris Rios, no! Oh, no, the King may not be anymore. Oh, no more Burger King line, no more 15% off for him if he doesn't finish this off.
Oh, he just got his Tire Kingdom gift
Tire
card.
Kingdom, Tire Kingdom, Burger King card, all just revoked. I don't know. We'll see. Still, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Matt the Ginge still has to chase down Chris Rios, so there can be one more time.
Like any good joust, there's always a chance.
Yes. Have we just seen the King be dethroned here? If so, it's anybody's crown up for grabs.
This is true. I think looking at the bracket, Ginge has a pretty nice path towards possibly regaining this crown. But, first he has to, put the nail in the coffin with Chris Rios. 2 giant mistakes. 1, straight and shallow.
Yeah.
And then 2, also like straight and shallow. So, yeah, that's 2 big marks, man.
All right, round 2, here we go. Chris Rios out front, the current King going against Matt the Ginge, the returning former King. Both cars making their way through that first. Oh! What is going on? Oh, my goodness. See, here you go. I see. You never know what's going to happen.
So,
Matt, you want to sit in my lap? You can sit in my lap if you like. Oh, watching. We're going to watch the replay here, see exactly what transpired. Was it, I don't know, what happened? We'll see. Here we go. Matt the Ginge trying to take out his buddy Chris Rios. Did he come in too hot? Did he crash into the side? Well, here, watch the replay.
Nice and deep. Ginge also deep, but Chris just gets sucked into the walls.
Really deep, man.
Wow. That's rough.
I don't know. I don't want to call it, but absolutely. I won't touch it. I may lick the lid, but I won't touch it.
So, after looking at the replay, judges were able to see what they needed to see, and Matt the Ginge.
Whoa, Matt the Ginge taking out Lord Chris Rios, taking his throne. Wow, he's been weighed and found wanting. He is not going to advance on. So there's going to be a new king, folks. There's going to be a new king tonight.
This is true. Ooh. So either way, big shout out to Chris Rios trying to hold on to his crown. Unfortunately, just not tonight.
He better get back there and start polishing that crown and getting that iron out all those wrinkles out of that.
Get the car back to Milburn, get it all buttoned up and ready for Black Friday in November. But either way, big shout out to Chris Rios and his sponsors, Fully Sent, Ask Alex, and JP Vlogs. But unfortunately, that's the end of his reign.
Oh, man. Short-lived. He was able to hold the title from Black Friday to spring break. And I'm sure he's going to cherish those moments.
Yes, that's a good solid 3 or 4 months, 5 months.
Man, what a fierce battle that was. But up next we have, looks like Leo Alvarado against Ricky De La Puerte.
Correct.
Getting ready to do battle. Ricky doing a good job. First time here, I believe, also. It's the first time he made competition as well, so he's excited. And Leo has been here several times. So Leo in that yellow Chevy Corvette and Ricky in his kind of rocket of or what do they call it? Not a rocket. Yeah, a rocket. Is that what they call it? Rocket of a 350Z. Oh, would you like this back, sir? Thank you. Cheerio.
You have so many accents.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. So we got a pretty good set of drivers coming up. We are already filling out our top 8. We have Drew Harrell, Andrew Grindle, and Matt the Ginge already in it.
Man, it's going to be some fierce battles. It's already been. I mean, these guys have been putting it all on the line, just battle after battle. It's like you'd swear they're battling for like $10,000.
Yeah, I mean there is some money, but it's $500.
Not $10,000.
It's $500 in ones.
I wonder if they make it rain when they get home. They just kind of like flick it.
Yeah. We need to do a documentary on whether or not drivers make it rain after they win each Chris.
Yeah,
after King of OSW, yeah.
It looks like, yeah, make it rain. Make it rain. All right, here we go. Leo out front. Ricky giving chase. Both cars initiating into that first outside zone. Ricky kind of cutting that line a little bit, trying to gain proximity, in which may be a faster vehicle of Leo Alvarado as both cars transition into that first. Whoa, Ricky making a mistake. Whoa! Did he hit Leo through that second outer zone? It was pretty close as they transition through the. Whoa, look at Ricky diving in. He's really trying to apply that pressure to Leo Alvarado. Sloppy a little bit there, but nonetheless, very aggressive. Not afraid to throw it into the side of Leo Alvarado. Both cars make it up the course. Leo Alvarado and Ricky Delapuerte doing a great job.
Love that run. I think the Corvette driven by Leo Alvarado just kind of opened the door maybe a little bit too wide on a couple parts and leaving it pretty much open for Ricardo to come in and get all snuggly with that yellow C5 Vet. Then right here was where we really saw the two drivers get super aggressive, super wide entry into that outer zone 3, and then Ricky just taking that opportunity to grab some door and finish strong. So I think both drivers did a solid job and really want to see what they do on this next run.
Yeah, Ricky doing a good job being the aggressor in the chase position. Now it's Leo's turn to chase down Ricky Delapuerte coming up to us from Miami, seeing if he could take home the crown. I know he's excited to do battle here, but he's got to get past Leo Alvarado. Will he be able to? I don't know. We're about to find out.
Yeah, I hope to see just Leo Alvarado in that chase position now to really start to close in the door on that 350Z. He's got the power to hang on with it, so let's see what they can do.
All right, Ricky up front. Leo giving chase. Whoa, look at Leo. Oh, what's going on here? Ricky. Oh, whoa. He's like, hey, come on, man. Move it. Move out of my way.
No, something looks
something's
totally
going on
off.
Here. Ooh, something wrong. Ooh, wait.
Whoa!
Yeah! This is like the best day of my life. Oh.
So, right now we're going to have to instantly look at the beginning of this run because it definitely didn't start off on the right foot.
Maybe the left foot.
Yeah.
It looks like Ricky's struggling to get sideways.
Whoa.
He's like, hey, come on, man.
Well, 350Z got out of drift at the exit of outer zone 1, and then the Corvette ran into him.
Uno más.
Oof. There's a lot of slop.
So this is a second run. So would you say this is sloppy seconds?
Yeah, even worse.
All right, one more time.
So red 350Z enters, shallow, and then kind of loses drift, understeers, and then boom.
But he slows down so much, like he like totally lets off the throttle.
Yeah. It seemed like 350Z got out of throttle, understeered, and then almost was going to hit the wall, and then adjusted as the Corvette was hitting him. That's how I saw it. The judges came over and looked at the replay, so it's going to be down to them to kind of figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see.
Again, I hate to be a judge.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Not the most fun.
10 out of 10 would not recommend, but big ups to these judges making it work, making the hard decision so we don't have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially as, like,
Alvarado gets the win.
Alvarado gets the win. All right there. Unfortunately, Ricky Delapuerte taking himself out of competition. Yeah. Looks like he ran, I don't know if he lost gear or something.
Yeah.
Just not making his way through that first outer zone like he should, handing the win to Leo Alvarado.
Sometimes, cars pop out. And
Oh, we actually got a word from one of the judges here. They want to go ahead and kind of let us know what's going on.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, no?
Nope.
Oh, no?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so it just got word from the beast himself, Brandon McDowell.
Yeah.
He said they zeroed out. That was a 0-0 on that second run, so they judged it off the first run. So going by the first run, they were able to decide a winner, which was Leo Alvarado. So that last run was a 0-0, and the judges just analyzed the first run, giving the win to Leo Alvarado.
Yeah,
so thank you so much for that.
That makes sense. You really have to judge off of something, and when you both goose egg, then it just comes down to one run.
Yes. All right, who do we have next?
Tingley and Camel.
Ooh, a Tingley Camel coming down the street. All right, Tingley out front, Camel out back. Camel kind of taking that inside line as they both initiate into that first outside zone. Look at Camel, right on the back bumper of Tingley as they transition into that second outer zone. Get it, Camel, get it. All right, cars transitioning through that back section. Tingley out front doing a good job, but Camel's not going to hand it to him. Both cars into that third outer zone. Camel shallower through that line, trying to close that proximity. Final transition into that fourth and final outer zone. Give it up for Tingley and Camel. Woo!
Tingley looking solid in that vert. I think he really put himself in that bro line, took the sacrifice and angle in a couple times to grab it a deeper line through the course. That also allowed Camel to get super close. So that's the nice thing about these wide lines is that it opens up the door for the follow driver to just come right in and get super close. That Camel did. And this isn't even his car. This is a loaner car that he's really only driven once or twice today. So this is a pretty impressive drive from Camel. Come out here in the 370Z, hardly ever driving it, and then do something like that.
Yeah, this is one of the staples of the 370, 350Zs that a lot of people will say as you're getting into drifting. Why is this such a popular platform? Because it is very drift friendly, as you could say. So a lot of guys choose it, and some people say, "Oh, it drifts itself." I wouldn't say that, but
yeah,
it definitely leans itself to a good starter
Camel
car.
was telling me the differences between his 350 and the 370, and the 370 does like to grip up a lot more.
Oh, okay. Well, he's battling, but he's doing a great job. Camel out front, Tingley giving chase. Both cars transitioning or initiating into that first outside zone. Tingley trying to apply that pressure as they transition, working their way through that second outer zone. Camel's doing a good job filling out those outer zones, but Tingley's right there with them. Both drivers transitioning through that back section. Whoa! Camel pulling out in front of Tingley. Can Tingley close the gap? I don't know. We're about to find out as they make their way to the final transition into that fourth final outer zone. Look at Camel filling out that outer zone. Tingley
already losing a piece of the bumper. Camel had a piece of bodywork possibly get hit from this run. I don't know where it happened, but it definitely looked kind of sloppy and outside an exit of outside zone 2 and through the transition. Let's see if there was contact. I didn't see any, so I don't know where that bumper might have gotten damaged from. Maybe it just liked to wave to us as it exited the course. But nonetheless, Camel, Tingley, I don't know. Camel looks pretty good.
Yeah, Camel looks like he did a great job in the lead position, but I don't know. Judges are going to have to figure this one out. Ooh. All right, it looks like the judges coming over looking for a replay. Captain Ben, you think you can help us out? Do you want to see both runs?
No,
Just a second run, okay.
Working their way through that second outer zone. Campbell is doing a good job filling out those outer zones. But Tingley's right there with the both drivers.
Looks like a bobble from Camel in that back section in the lead position.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a strain going into the entry of outer zone 3.
That's not going to do Camel any favors on that.
No, but how does it compare to the other mistakes by the other driver? So that's the tough thing. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see Camel win? Make some noise. Do you guys want to see Josh Tingley make some noise? Do you guys want to see it one more time? Make some noise. Well, that's what we got. A one more time for Josh Tingley and Camel.
They got to bring it right back. They don't get a chance to change tires. They can't take a sip of a beverage of their choice. They have to make their way back up to the start line and battle out again.
Can't wait. So either way, quick review of our sponsors. They help make this event happen. So among the awesome staff that we have here at Orlando SpeedWorld, the sponsors also help us a lot. Juku Racing, Kansai Wheels, Sorcery, King's Performance, Smoke Daddy, Spirit Street, Key Cruisers, Upsoar, ATPYMG, SeajayeFPV, Quick Clean Cuts, Drift Media, Burn the Ships, and Sideways Production. So big ups to all those guys helping us out, helping make this event happen. And now we are off for the one more time battle between Josh Tingley and Camel.
Wow, Tingley, aggressive initiation as they make their way into that first outside zone. Definitely trying to press the judges with initiation like that, but look at Camel right on his back door. Both drivers making their way through that second outer zone, almost bumper to bumper, transitioning. Tingley pulling out maybe a little bit, but look at Camel diving back in for the attack, trying to force a mistake from Tingley, but Tingley staying calm, cool, and collective as they both initiate into that third and final outer zone. Give it up. Whoa, look at Campbell. Almost door-to-door with Tingley. Woohoo! Yeah.
I don't think you could have asked for a closer run. They were right there the whole entire time.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, look at him. Campbell is right on the door through outside zone 1, then transitions, gives just the right amount of space, grabs a little bit more ground, closes in the proximity. Now through the transition, they stay right next to each other the whole entire time. A little offline right there by Campbell, by the follow driver, but it does set him up really well for outside zone 3. Now it's just coming down to this last corner, and then look at Campbell, just tucks himself right in there and finishes right up on the wall along with Josh Tingley.
Wow, Tingley's got he's got his work cut out for him.
I'm tingling.
I'm tingling, right?
I don't know.
Where?
I'm not gonna say, man. It's weird.
Slightly awkward, but
so either way, we are gonna see run number 2 of this one more time battle between Camel and Josh Tingley. Josh Tingley in the black S13 convertible, and Camel in the purple 370Z.
Woo! All right, Campbell. And out front, not as aggressive as initiation as Tingley had, but Tingley's right there with them. Both cars transitioning into that second outer zone. Tingley kind of a sloppy transition there, not the best. Camel pulling out in front. Tingley's got to close that gap if he wants to take out Camel. Now he's starting to surge forward for the attack, but is it too little, too late? Now they make it through that third outer zone, transitioning into the final outer zone. Campbell, nice, filling out that outer zone. Tingley trying to apply the pressure. Give it up for Tingley. Both drivers excited. You see the fist pumps out the side window.
I love it when I see drivers finish a run and they just know they killed it. And Josh Tingley doing a couple fist pumps really makes us know that too. I think it was a good run by Camel. I think he really did a solid lead run. I have a couple complaints with Tingley's follow run, but again, we have to judge follow versus follow, lead versus lead.
Right. It's a tough job to be the judges, be able to analyze every inch of the run. But, yeah, I definitely think that Tingley wasn't a bad chase run, but had some to be desired. And when you compare Campbell's chase run to Tingley's chase run, so we'll see how that plays out in the eyes of the judges.
Camel gets the win, and there we go. Josh Tingley, unfortunately, knocked out of competition, but still big ups to this guy going up against one of OSW's OGs that has driven here for way too long. So big ups to Josh Tingley coming out here, but unfortunately he won't be moving on, but Camel will, and Camel will see the winner of this next battle. Who do we have?
It looks like Sean Booth and Steve Bergstrom.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Sean Booth, very aggressive in the chase position. Sean Booth's going to be out front, though. Steve's going to be giving chase. Both cars making their way into that first outer zone. Steve's right there with Sean. Sean, a nice little flick on entry. Both drivers nice and aggressive, transitioning into that second outer zone. Steve kind of diving in for the attack. Whoa! Almost door to door. Wow, both drivers on point here. Nice transitioning through that back section. Sean
Big
Booth, whoa! Steve able to slow down at the last minute, avoid collision. But Sean Booth, nice lead run. Both cars, final transition. Wow, look how deep. Sean Booth is all in it. All in it.
Do you see him at the end? He looked at us, was like, yeah, I got this.
Buddy.
Incredible run. Lead driver Sean Booth in the red S15 really going deep on every single outer zone. I was super impressed to see him. And then Steve still sticking along with him in that teal 350Z. Steve Bergstrom, he's got a bum knee, but he has the clutch. I think it's on his gas. So I think he just sat on it the whole entire time. It's his gas pedal. His gas leg was just stuck the whole entire time because he never let off. He never let go. He never shut down. So that's really good to see from your follow driver of their commitment, and to have a lead driver put down a line like that just gives them the opportunity to do so.
Absolutely. I mean, Sean Booth is always he's very consistent. So we're going to see how this battle plays out. Both drivers coming back to the line. Here we go. Steve out front. Sean giving chase. Sean almost initiating side by side with Steve Bergstrom as they make the way through that. Wow, Sean Booth almost pushing Steve around that first outer zone. Now the transition.
Oh,
look
contact.
at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Sean Booth is saying, listen, I'm right here, buddy. You better get with the program or I'm going to take you out. Both drivers transitioning into that third outer zone. Now making their way through that final transition into the, wow, look at Sean Booth. Whoa, diving in. Give it up for Sean Booth. And Steve Bergstrom, wow.
I want to see that over and over and over again. That was so
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
And, you know, Steve going deep, going exactly where he needs to be, and then Sean applying pressure the whole entire time. Like, I love it.
Wow, it's good stuff. This is good stuff.
Sean Booth gets the win.
Sean Booth gets the win, taking out Steve Bergstrom.
Damn.
Sean.
I don't know who. That was so close, but I mean,
I'm not the judge. I don't want to be a judge.
Yeah.
Take their word for it.
Yeah.
Sean Booth advances.
Exactly, and what a good way to win too, because it wasn't a gimme. It was a hard-fought battle, and there you go. Sean Booth gets the win.
Oh,
here we go. Miata versus 350Z.
Yeah, we got
Jose Roca and
Ryan Acevedo.
Yep.
Ryan Acevedo's giving chase. And Jose out front. Jose in that little white Miata. Look at Ryan almost on the back bumpers. Both cars transitioning through that back section. Ryan, he has his eyes on the crown. Chris Rios is out of the way. So Jose is just one more competitor standing in his way to the crown. But Jose is not going to hand it to him. Jose doing a great job filling out those outer zones. Look at Ryan almost pushing him off the course. Woo! Ryan Acevedo.
So close.
Roca.
I mean,
Wow.
I get it that the Miata probably doesn't have that much power, that much grip, but oh my God, Ryan pushed him the whole entire way around the track.
Yeah, almost like bullying him, but Jose putting the car where it needs to be.
Yeah, still a really great run. I'm really glad to see these drivers, you know, take their cars and drive it as aggressive as they could. The Miata was a little bit of an upset, but I think it's still well-deserved win from the top 32 battle. So now it's just kind of down to Ryan Acevedo of making it work throughout the rest of the track and chasing him towards the exit. So,
yeah, I mean Ryan has his eyes on that crown, but he's going to have to get past Jose if he wants to be able to take that crown home this weekend.
this is true. Now it's going to be up to Ryan Acevedo of being the lead driver. So now Jose and the little Miata has to keep up.
Right, so the pressure is on Jose. He's got to be able to maintain proximity. Nice flick by Ryan Acevedo as they both make their way
Super
through that
shallow.
first outer zone. Yeah, Jose way shallow, really cutting that line. Not where he wants to be. I mean, he wants to impress the judges, but cutting the line that severely. I know he wants to close the door, but Ryan Acevedo just pulling away through that back section as Ryan Acevedo enters into that third outer zone. Jose not too far behind, struggling to keep up in that little white Miata. Both cars transitioning as they make their way off the course. Give it for Ryan Acevedo and Jose Roca as they make their way off the course. I think this one can be kind of already decided.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it is slightly obvious, but I still want to give props to the Miata of you know, basically flooring it all the way around. You know, you can see that Miata squat, and whatever setup it has, it just wasn't fast enough to keep up with the 350Z. So I think it goes to Ryan Acevedo.
Yep. Yeah, Ryan Acevedo gets the win. Ryan Acevedo is going to advance on. But a valiant effort by Jose. Hopefully we see him back here again for the next King of OSW. Up next we have Gonzalez versus David White. Both drivers making their way down the course. Gonzalez out front, David White giving chase. David White in that truck, that S14 240, 4240 or whatever he called it. But both drivers into that second outer zone. Wow, Gonzalez doing a good job filling out that second outer zone as the drivers transition through that back section. Gonzalez out front. Whoa, David White diving in for the attack. Needs to close that gap. You want to impress the judges, show that aggression, but look at Gonzalez fill out that final outer zone. Give it up. Woo! Gonzalez and David White.
Finished right on the wall. Amaro Gonzalez right on the wall. Love to see it. Love to see it. And then you have you know, the truck.
That's a truck. Yeah. David White. David White doing a great job with that Nissan truck that he's fabricated there. Exhaust coming right out behind the rear window.
Smokestacks.
Yeah, man.
Oof. Wind just got super.
It's getting chilly.
Yeah. I did not bring a jacket.
You didn't bring a jacket? Rookie.
I should know that.
You should
I
know.
looked at the weather and it's like, okay, it's me like the 60s. I should be fine in short sleeves and shorts.
Wind chill.
Yeah, I did not consider the wind.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay, man. That's why I got my White Claw.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Start pounding them. Got to warm up. All right, here we go. Round two. And we got David White versus Gonzalez. Both drivers making their way down the straight. David White out front this time in that Nissan 240 truck of his. Gonzalez going to try to apply that pressure. Wow, Gonzalez diving in almost to the door of David White. Both cars transitioning into that second outer zone. And now look at that. That's some nice look. Got a blanket there. All right, sorry. Got distracted in the side here. But yeah, Gonzalez out. Man, look at Gonzalez apply the pressure. David White has got to be able to just fill out those zones. But Gonzalez is right all over the back of David White's vehicle. Both cars making their way off the course. Wow. Gonzalez is doing a great job in the chase position.
I can't believe that this 240 truck is drifting as well as it is. I mean, it should still be a good drift car. It's just so odd to see something that should have like a lift gate and a smokestack.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
ladder rack.
Yeah, in a ladder rack. Just
maybe some balls hanging from the back.
Yeah, with the Calvin sticker and everything. It's just too odd, but it's going so well for David White, so I'm really impressed to see that. I'm impressed by Omaro Gonzalez coming out here too. Still hanging along with them, so I can't wait to see what comes next in this next half.
Yeah, we're just trying to round out the final portion of the top 16 to get our top 8. And it's going to be over soon, folks. I mean, this top 8 is just going to be bang, bang, bang. I mean, it's just what we have. We already have Harold versus Grindle. We have Matt the Ginge taking out Chris Rios. He's got to go against Leo Alvarado. Then you have Camo going against Sean Booth. That's going to be a great battle. That should be fun. And the winner of this battle is going to go against Ryan Acevedo.
Yeah, I mean, you have some heavy hitters coming into the top 8. I think either of these two guys are well deserving. It's just going to come down to who puts down the better run in the second half of this battle.
Yeah. Who wants it more? Wow. That's service right there, buddy.
It's a nice thing about being an announcer. You get a blanket, you get White Claws, you get bullied online. It's a great job.
That's okay. We can handle it.
Yeah, it's super nice coming out here. Thank you again, Tim, for hosting this Drift Sessions. Check them out on YouTube. Check them out on Instagram. They can do some cool like podcasts and interviews and really kind of get into the grassroots drifting scene here in Florida. So give them a shout. Thank you again, all the fans, for coming out here. We're still chugging through these battles. We've still got tons of action to go, and that's the cool part, is that there's already been great battles, and I want to say that there's going to be a bunch more.
I hate to cut you off, but Amario Gonzalez gets the win. Amario Gonzalez gets the win, taking out David White. Amario Gonzalez gets the win. Now we have our start of the Grade 8. Here we go.
Drew Harrell and Andrew Grindle. Andrew Grindle in the Corvette going to be chasing down Drew Harrell in the IS300.
Wow, okay, Harrell out front. Grindle definitely aggressive in that chase position, as you can already see, moving in for the attack. Like I said, there's blood in the water. These guys want that crown. Look at Grindle almost pushing Harrell around that second outer zone as they transition in the back section into that third outer zone. Harrell doing a good job, nice and wide.
Grindle going shallow.
Making some major mistakes there, cutting the line short. Harrell, Harrell, and look at Grindle as they make their way off the course. Woo, Grindle not doing himself any favors.
Yeah, I really hate to see it, because I think that Corvette could have kept up. I didn't think that he really needed to go shallow in outer zone 3. I don't see the point. But for whatever reason, it happened, and then they were at least able to finish out the course pretty well. Grindle looking super solid throughout his zone 2. I really can't complain. Through the transition, still looking good. I don't know what happened between here and, yeah, must have missed gear or something, because he took the shallow line and just stepped right out of it. Stepped right out of it and then took the shortcut. Not a good look as a follow driver, but still was able to catch up and take a wider line to finish.
Well, it's not over yet. Both drivers got to make it back up to the line. Can Harold put down a solid chase run? If Harold could put down a solid chase run, he could very well take out Grindle in the second half of this battle. But we're about to find out. As you see Grindle and Harold pull up the line, Grindle's going to lead, and Harold's going to give chase.
Yeah, Grindle really needs to make up ground this run. I think he's going to be sitting at a pretty big deficit with that shallow line. I mean, Drew Harrell had his own mistakes, but I think this could go let's see what happens, actually.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I don't want to make any assumptions.
Yeah, Grindle out front, nice, aggressive initiation, but Harold right there with them. Both drivers making their way through that first outside zone. Whoa, Harold diving in for the attack, dropping back, though, starting to fade back a little bit, cutting the line through the second outer zone, trying to dive in the door of Grindle. Both drivers transitioning through that back section. Grindle starting to show his little, starting to show some power there as they transition into that third outer zone. Look at Harold cutting the line. Not as bad as Grindle did. Now they transition into the fourth and final outer zone. Grindle and Harold. Grindle on that wall. Woo. Making their way off course. That was a good run.
Someone lost their phone. Women's, yeah.
All right, so we have a phone. We found a phone. We are actually at the announcer's booth. It was in the women's bathroom. So if you guys want to check your pockets, it was a phone found in the women's bathroom. And go to the sound booth, and they'll have it there for you guys. Phone found in the women's bathroom. Back to the action.
Yeah, so, I mean, Grindle really starting to step up the aggressiveness. He kind of probably knew that he was a little off on his follow run, so on his lead, I think he was really making it up for it. So, all right, so you saw on the screen, Andrew Grindle gets the win. Drew Harrell eliminated, but still.
We want to give a huge shout out to Harrell because I just got some information. I mean, he's very new to drifting, started on the sim, one of the younger drivers, 15, 16 years old-ish, and just coming out here doing battle against a veteran like Grindle.
Yeah, and a Corvette, too.
And he didn't, he didn't hand it to him, right? He gave Grindle a run for his money, but unfortunately, not able to take out Grindle. Grindle's going to advance on, but shout out to Harold. Great job. We hope to see you back out here at Black Friday to battle it out again for the King of OSW the second half of the year.
That's right. There are two big events each year, Spring Break Bash and Black Friday. That's going to be in November, so don't go anywhere for that. Be sure to stick around and check out the Black Friday Drift in November.
Yep.
Next up, Matt the Ginge and Leo Alvarado.
Right, Matt the Ginge going to be out front. Leo going to give chase. Both cars initiating. Nice aggressive entry. Whoa, Leo almost tagging the back of Matt's car as they made their way through that first outer zone. Nice transition. Both drivers look like they're on point. Matt the Ginge doing a great job filling out that second outer zone. Leo right there with him, transitioning through that back section. Look at Leo diving in for the attack, maintaining control. A little bobble, but Matt the Ginge putting on a clinic of a lead run, how he fills out those outer zones. Both cars transitioning.
Whoa! Big aggressive push.
Oh, my goodness. Leo almost just full send into the side of Matt the Ginge's vehicle, but both drivers maintaining control.
Big push into the entry of outer zone 4. What a move, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought he was going through those barriers.
It wouldn't be surprising if that would have happened, but nonetheless, Leo Alvarado and the C5 Corvette following. Still sticking with Ginge the whole entire way through. Love to see it. A couple bobbles here and there, but Ginge really kind of keeping it nice and open for a solid follow run. Yes, we do have the cash. If we want to cut to
if we can cut to the announcer's booth, we just want to show you the $500 in ones.
Yes.
Maybe
my
if you went shy. Do you have a garter belt? I could put one of these.
Not tonight.
Yeah. So look at this. So there you go, folks. 500 ones.
Hold on.
I mean, that bank teller must have been pissed.
So someone's actually calling you right now. You got to pick it up.
Hello.
Who is it?
Money.
Big wad of cash.
Big wad of cash.
So that's going to go to the first place winner. That is going to go to the King.
Smells like money.
Not only does the King get the rain, but the King also gets the gold.
Tommy, take this from me before you start missing bills.
That's true. It is windy, so we would hate for.
It just blew away with the wind. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, here we go. Second half of this battle. Leo Alvarado versus Matt the Ginge. Matt the Ginge going to give chase. Leo out front. Both drivers down the straight. Nice aggressive initiation by Leo, but Matt right there with them, door to door as they make their way. Whoa, look at Matt. Oh, man, he's trying to apply that pressure. He's trying to make sure Leo knows he's right there with them. Look, you can barely see Leo's car through that second outer zone. Both cars transition, making their way into that third.
Whoa! Right on the bumper. Right on the door.
Matt's like, yeah, come on, give me more, give it to me. Wow, Matt the Ginge sticking it to Leo Alvarado in that chase. position. Give it up for Matt the Dude and Leo Alvarado. Woohoo!
I just love the comfort that Matt has with that 350Z to just kind of tease him and push and pull back. Just like an incredible, feat of driving skill and comfort was Matt the Ginge and the follow run. Not only that, the lead driver Leo Alvarado in the Corvette did a pretty good job of kind of navigating the course just as he should, allowing for Matt the Ginge to come in there and play the tricks that he did.
Yeah, man, look at Matt is on point. He's got his sights set on the crown, taking out the current king, Chris Rios. Matt the Ginge, I think he wants it back.
Yeah, I think the crown is calling to him. So
there could be only one.
This is true. There's only one throne.
There is only one throne. Well, here we have 2 or 3, actually 4.
Matt the Ginge gets the win.
Oh, Matt the Ginge taking out Leo Alvarado. Woo! Matt is on point. He is on kill mode tonight.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, he just pushed his way into the final 4.
Yep, and Camel versus Sean Booth is next.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a fun
this is going to be a good one.
Battle because these two guys are aggressive, and neither one of them wants to give up an inch.
Wow. Camel versus Sean Booth. Both drivers locked and loaded. Camel's going to lead first. Sean Booth going to give chase. Here we go. Camel up front. Wow, nice aggressive entry from Camel, but Sean Booth right there with them. Both cars making their way through that first outer zone. Now they're going to transition into that second outside zone. Sean Booth's going to try to dive in for the attack, almost door to door with Camel coming out that second outside zone, transitioning. Wow, here we go. Sean Booth going to dive in for the attack. Camel doing a great job filling out those outer zones. Final transition. Sean Booth dropping back slightly, trying to gain proximity. Give it up for Camel and Sean Booth. Woo.
Incredible. Both on point, both in their lead, both in their run. It's so good to see these talented drivers really do some crazy stuff like this.
I love this. This is where it just gets better and better and better. The battles are just more and more fierce.
And Camel doesn't want to damage this car. This is not his car. This is a loaner car. His buddy was like, "Hey man, go out there and see what you can do." So he doesn't want to put himself in any type of like risky situations being the lead driver. So Sean Booth was able to really kind of like play with that and lean in and have a solid follow run.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Camel, he's given us the definition of drive it like you stole it, because he is putting that car, he's just putting it all on the line. Here we go, back down the track. Sean Booth out front, Camel giving chase. Sean Booth, nice initiation. Both cars making their way through that first outside zone. Camel, whoa,
Super
Camel
shallow.
diving really shallow inside. Sean Booth filling out that first outside zone, nice, but here we go. Camel diving in for the attack, trying to apply that pressure, put the tire right in the door of Sean Booth as they transition through that back section into that third outer zone. Whoa! Sean Booth slowing down a little bit. Camel diving in for the attack, not phasing him whatsoever, but Sean Booth on point. Camel diving in.
Woo!
Camel!
Yes!
Sean Booth! Woo! Yeah!
Oh man, the Camel was right on the front tire, like at the end. It was so great to see. And then back to the beginning, Camel made this pretty big mistake. You don't want to see him take that shortcut, but then kind of recovers and gets back into the door of Sean Booth, the driver door in the S15, and then transitions through the Manji, and then gets kind of back into a much more comfortable place right here in Outer Zone 3, and then starts to kind of warm up towards his grand finale right on the door in Outer Zone 4 the whole entire way around. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Didn't touch
my goodness.
on the wheel.
Wow. That was a replay.
Again,
right
I know
there. That's a highlight reel.
I know you guys are seeing it here live, and I know it's an awesome night to see some live drifting, but seriously, pull up the live stream. You get to see these drone footage, these drone views that we don't usually get to see, and let me tell you, Camel was right on the wheel of Sean Booth on the exit.
Any closer.
I have no words.
Yeah, that was great. That's definitely a highlight reel. YouTube, Drift Sessions, live stream. Check it out if you haven't already.
Do it.
Who do we got? All right, so it looks like we have Ryan Acevedo versus Gonzalez.
Yep. Once we find out the winner of this next run.
Oh.
One more time battle.
One more time battle.
That's perfect.
Between Camel and Sean Booth.
can't complain about that.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, who doesn't want to see this one more time?
I want to see it again. So usually one more times are either decided because, there's no clear-cut winner.
Right.
And sometimes they're decided because there's no clear-cut winner because both are terrible. But in this case, both were amazing.
Okay. All right, it looks like they're going to allow, I think I'm hearing this correctly, allow Camel and Booth to change tires because they've been battling out so fiercely. And then they're going to go ahead and do the next battle, which is going to be Ryan Acevedo and Gonzalez.
Yep.
So
it won't interfere with the rest of the bracket moving on, so that's why we're able to do this. It is dry out. We have had cold and rainy King of OSWs.
Yep. So they're that's what this is here. You see out front, we're just letting Camel know that he's going to let Sean Booth change tires. And it looks like Camel said he's good to go.
Sweet.
So Sean Booth is going to change tires. They're going to go ahead and run Acevedo and Gonzalez the next battle, I believe. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get those drivers.
So Camel doesn't need to do anything.
All right, so there you have it. Camel doesn't have to do anything to his vehicle. He's allowing Sean Booth to change his tires. That's sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Why do you want to take? You're at the King of OSW, here to prove that you can battle your way through the competition. So Camel's allowing Sean Booth to change tires so he can battle it out in that one more time battle. So we're going to run the Ryan Acevedo battle versus Gonzalez to see if we can't round out the bottom portion of this bracket to get the top 4. And we're almost done, folks.
Yeah, after the top 4 comes the finals, and then, before the finals is a consolation. We are doing a consolation round because we do have a third-place prize. We have Kansai Wheels giving $300 to third-place winner. We have Kansai Wheels giving $500 to the second-place winner.
Wow.
And then the first place gets $1,000 from Kansai Wheels,
nice.
$250 from Minjuku, and $500 in ones.
And here we go. We got Ryan Acevedo out front, Gonzalez giving chase, both drivers initiation. Gonzalez kind of shallow on initiation, trying to get close into that pocket of Ryan Acevedo, trying to apply that pressure. Both drivers transitioning into that second outer zone. Gonzalez doing a pretty good job, but Ryan putting down a nice lead run, filling out that outer zone as both cars transition. And wow, Gonzalez diving in for the attack. Ryan trying to keep it nice and wide, run that line, get deep into that outer zone. Both cars transitioning into that final outer zone. Gonzalez trying to apply the pressure. Ryan Acevedo and Manuel Gonzalez. Woo.
Love it.
Nice.
I mean, both cars, not a ton of power, but able to still keep up.
Yeah.
Both cars, not a lot of angle, but still able to throw it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think this is the most, equipped cars, but, seriously, if you look back at the replay, you can see every move was thoughtful and done with precision. So I appreciate that, and I want to see these guys switch it up and see what now Ryan will do in the follow, and then what Omaro will do in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting to watch. It's not over yet. And then we still have to go back to the one more time battle between Camel and Sean Booth after this.
Yeah. So that will finish out the grade 8.
Well, once we do the one more time battle. But right now, Gonzalez is out front. Ryan Acevedo giving chase. Wow, Gonzalez pulling a little gap on Ryan Acevedo. Ryan Acevedo's got to close that gap. He's got to apply that pressure if he wants to take this win. But Gonzalez not letting him. Wow, look at Gonzalez is pulling away from Ryan Acevedo through that back section. Can Ryan close the gap? Starting to dive into the attack. Whoa, nice. Really diving in. That third outer zone. Both cars transitioning. Final outer zone. Ryan Acevedo. Gonzalez out front. Gonzalez and Ryan Acevedo. Wow, Ryan not having a proximity from the chase position in the beginning of the track.
Yeah, certainly falling a little bit behind here in outer zone 1, but then just slowly kind of warms up to getting closer. But still, I wanted to see Ryan get a little bit closer overall, and that's a little disappointing from drivers his caliber to not get up right on the door until outer zone 2 and outer zone 3. nonetheless, still a good run, still a judgeable run. It's just going to come down to whose mistakes were greater in the end of it.
Yeah, Amaro doing a good job. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
We'll see. He may have taken out Ryan as the judges deliberate, and it looks like we have a decision. Yep, Amaro Gonzalez takes the win, taking out Ryan Acevedo. Woo, man. You never know what's going to happen.
The avocado is out. But still big ups to him. Coming all the way from Jacksonville. Jacksonville peeps, make some noise. Yeah, I didn't think so. Either way. Coming out here with his Street VQ 350Z. He's sponsored by BC Racing and ISR Performance. So big shout out to Ryan Acevedo. Young driver, young talented driver. So big ups to him coming all the way out here from Jacksonville.
Yeah, but so we got Grindle going against Matt the Ginge.
Yep.
In the next round. And we have to get the winner of this one more time battle between Camel versus Sean Booth. The winner of the one more time battle will go against Gonzalez to round out the top 4.
All right, so we're
okay. We're running now. We're going to see the one more time battle between Camel and Sean Booth. Camel's going to lead. Sean Booth is going to give chase. How many guys are rooting for Camel? What about Sean Booth? Wow, looks like Camel slightly got it edged out there, but here we go. Camel out front. Nice aggressive initiation by both drivers. Camel getting in. Wow, Camel really getting in his zone. Sean Booth dropping back. Will Camel take out Sean Booth? Sean Booth diving back in, cutting that line, trying to gain that proximity as they transition through the back section of the course. Here we go. Camel out front, nice, filling out the lines. Whoa! Oh! Sean Booth all over Camel, applying that pressure. Let him know he's right there with him. Give it up, Sean Booth to Camel. Woo! Yeah! Wow.
That was so awesome. And, you know, Camel super deep, but Sean Booth right there with him. And I think that's just going to be the story of this battle is honestly, like, both drivers super talented. I don't know. I mean, they're putting down super solid runs. I would hate to be a judge right now.
No, definitely don't want to be a judge. Man, Sean Booth kind of dropping back at the beginning, but wow, making it up.
Right there, right there.
That. I mean, right there.
Quarter panel to quarter panel. I hope this is what you guys came out here to see tonight.
Look at that transition. Good Lord, Sean Booth. I mean, you couldn't get any closer, but Camel.
I mean, you could get closer.
I mean, it could get closer. You're right.
It would just turn into a wreck.
It would turn into a wreck.
But let's be honest, we're going to see these drivers switch it around and probably see them go at it just as hard. I mean, it's still not super clear-cut to us. I think they might know that, too, and probably put down some really solid runs coming up.
This could go one more time again. You don't really know.
2 one more times isn't unheard of.
No, absolutely not. Here we go. Sean Booth out front. Campbell, let them hear you guys as they make their way down the straight. Sean Booth out front. Campbell not too far behind. Wow, look at Campbell trying to get into the door of Sean Booth as they transition into that second outer zone. Sean Booth trying to pull away, doing a good job filling out that second outer zone. Both cars in the rear of the course, transitioning into that third outer zone. Sean Booth out front. Campbell has some ground to make up. Sean Booth filling out that third outer zone, nice and deep. Both cars, final transition. Give it up for Sean Booth and Campbell. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. This is a tough one, my man.
I think this could go to a second one more time. That's just my initial thoughts. But, I mean, these judges have a much detailed look at every single run. And being able to kind of dissect every little mistake or every single, issue that they had with it, there could be an actual winner, but honestly, it's too close to call. A couple, car links between Camel and Sean Booth right there, right before outside zone 3 is a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, I mean, it may come down to the aggression of Sean Booth in the chase position through that third and fourth outer zone.
But it's going to get picky for this decision.
Oh, man. I see some eyeballs wide open like, I don't know. You guys need a replay? No, okay. Okay. Again? One more time, folks. One more time. Wow. Sean Booth, his lead run was it. Yeah, it was lead to lead. I mean, both chases were well, and the judges are like, listen, it's just too close to call. We're going to go to one more time. A second one more time between Camel and Sean Booth.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of at a stalemate here. We gotta get this battle done,
yes.
right? So they're gonna bring him back up to the line, and oof, man, this is the King of OSW, right? This is what we want to see. We want to see these battles. I mean, we don't want to be here all night, but when you watch a battle like that, that's what we came here to see. We came here to see these battles that are just exciting, keep you on the edge of your seat. Almost too close to call. Well, it was too close to call. So we're excited to be a part of this. And this is it's turned out to be beautiful. Actually, I think it's colder at Spring Break Bash than it was at Black Friday.
Yeah,
I swear it was colder. It's colder during spring then, but you know it's Florida weather for you.
Yeah, it just does that for us. You know, just doesn't know how to make up its mind, and in the same way, these drivers don't know how to make up their mind to you know, to move forward in the competition. So
right,
you know, it's just whatever gets dished out is what we have to work with. So I appreciate, you know, all the track workers coming out here and making sure that the show operates smoothly. We're just waiting on the drivers to come back around to the line so they can start the second one more time of this top 8 battle, and then the winner of this will go up against Omaro Gonzalez in the bracket. So
all right, well,
last slot in the final 4. Who do you got?
I mean, I'm not going to call this one. I'm not even going to call it. I think both drivers are doing amazing. We've been through 2 one more times, but I mean, either one of these drivers, I'll tell you right now, Amaro Gonzalez is going to have his hands full no matter who he has to face. I mean, he's going to have to go against Camel or Sean Booth. Who can call it? And then Grindle versus Matt the Ginge.
Yep.
I mean, Matt the Ginge, it's like, forget about it.
Ginge is former King of OSW fame. Grindle came in second last year. You know, it's going to be pretty close between them. Both super talented. You know, and the Final 4 is going to get stacked up to be a really fun set of battles. So stick around for that. I know the wind's picking up a little bit. I know it's getting a little bit more chilly, but don't worry. We are ready to go. Tim, what do we got?
All right. We got Camel out front. Sean Booth giving chase. Both drivers, they're both on kill mode. Both of them want to taste that crown. They want to take that crown home this way. Look at Sean Booth right on the door of Camel. Both cars through that second outer zone. Good job by Camel filling out those outer zones. Sean Booth right there with them as they look at Sean Booth all over Camel's vehicle. Actually, it's not even Camel's vehicle, borrowed vehicle as they transition to that 4th and final outer zone. Sean Booth, Camel. Wow, look at Sean Booth is excited. Look at that big Camel. Great job in the lead position. Oh,
it's so good. I mean, Sean's right on the door from the beginning. And Camel is laying down a solid line as the lead driver. Like, seriously. Like, this is why it's on its second one more time. You're looking at why these drivers are doing it yet again and yet again.
Man, I'll tell you right now, Sean Booth is on point with those transitions in the chase position. Just inches away, applying that pressure. Camel doing an amazing job with that consistency.
He's got the bro flick at the end.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right, both drivers back up to the line. All right, here we go. Second half of the battle. Sean Booth is out front. Can Camel put on as good of a show, if not better, to take home this victory and advance on? But here we go. Sean Booth out front. Camel not too far behind. Both cars in that first outer zone. Nice. Wow, look at Camel. Woo! Almost on the back bumper of Sean Booth as they transition into that second outer zone. Camel trying to apply that pressure. Camel's like, listen, I can play too. Look at that. Wow, both cars into that third outer zone. Sean Booth a little more out front. Camel needs to close that gap. He's got to apply the pressure now. He's got to pour it on. But Sean Booth, Camel transitioning into that final outer zone. Give it up for Camel and Sean Booth. Woo! I'll tell you what.
I would hate to be a judge right now because this could easily turn into a third one more time. I don't know. What does the crowd think? Like, again, they have to make the hard choices. What do you guys think? Make some noise if you want to hear Sean Booth win. What about Camel? Make some noise for Camel. What about one more time? Make some noise. I don't know. The crowd has their decision. Judges seem like they might have a decision.
Okay, all right. So I just got word from the judges. This was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
They said it was by a camel hair, but unfortunately for Camel, Sean Booth is going to get the win.
Yep.
He's going to take out Camel, but they said, listen, this was like, Camel was so on point.
Yeah.
And a job that he did in a borrowed car.
Yeah.
They said, listen, it was so close to call. It was by a hair. Like they picked apart every part of the run. Sean Booth is going to advance, and Camel, unfortunately. But man, I mean, what a job he did. I mean, killer. Just he can't be upset with that.
No, seriously, he should not hold his head down low. It's such a good set of runs, and Sean Booth just had that slight edge to at least get him into the Final Four. So big ups to Camel coming all the way out here. Shout out to his sponsors. Ask Alex Quick Cash Claims from Palm Bay, Florida is Camel out of the competition. But
all right, but it looks like we are into Grindle out front and Matt the Ginge giving chase. Whoa, look at Matt already on the attack right from the get as they transition into that second outer zone. Matt the Ginge going to try to apply that pressure, almost pushing Grindle around that second outer zone. Nice. Both cars transition through that back section and into that third outer zone. Whoa, look at Matt. Wow, he's like, I'm knocking at the door, Grindle. I'm right here with you. Both cars transition. Look at Matt the Ginge. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. Wow, Grindle, stellar lead line, allowing Matt the Ginge to dive in the pocket and attack.
yeah, seriously, but still a really good amount of angle coming from Grindle through outer zone 1. And again, Matt the Ginge just has so much control. I said this last battle, but he just is able to put his car exactly where he wants to be. He sees exactly where his car needs to be on Grindle, and he goes there. It doesn't have any delay, doesn't have any hesitation. It's just pinpoint accuracy from a follow driver. Look at how he just, just slots, slots himself right in at the right time. Like
insane car control.
Yeah. So either way, they'll be swapping it up. Andrew Grindle in the red C6 Corvette will be now chasing down Matt the Ginge in the blue 350Z.
Yep, here we go. Matt the Ginge out front. Grindle, he's got some work to make up. Matt the Ginge really did a great job in the chase position, but now Grindle, it's his turn to apply that pressure to Matt the Ginge as they make their way through that second outer zone. Making their way, okay. Man, Grindle's got to apply a little more pressure, but Matt the Ginge, look at him out front, putting the car where it needs to be. Here we go. Will this be the tale of two drivers that are just going to battle it out over and over again? Well, right now, Grindle is trying to apply the pressure. Matt the Ginge out front. Give it up for Matt the Ginge and Grindle. Woo, that was, I don't know, man. I mean, I would have to say, if I'm going to analyze this run, the second half of the run, I would say, as far as the chase position, I would give it to Ginge, but
I don't know.
Grindle in the first half of the course in the chase position was definitely on point.
Yeah, it's super close here. I really can't tell who should move on. Does the judges have a decision?
All right, so Grindle is going to advance on, and he'll be back and taking out Matt the Ginge. So Matt the Ginge, unfortunately, not going to be taking home the crown tonight.
Nope.
Matt the Ginge is going to still have a chance to battle for third place position.
So we will have a new king. No former kings are left.
No former kings. So it's going to be a brand new king right out of the box.
Brand new king.
Wow, look at that. So up next we have Sean Booth versus Gonzalez.
Omaro Gonzalez. So apologize for messing up that name earlier, but Omaro Gonzalez against Sean Booth for this next Final Four battle. Can't wait. I think Omaro has some really positive driving styles and can really kind of push and lunge where he needs to. There we go. That's a good paperweight.
501s. That's your paperweight.
It's easily half a pound.
All right, we go. You got Sean Booth out front. Gonzalez giving chase. Here we go. Booth doing a good job filling out that outer zone. Gonzalez has to make him some gravel. Wow, Gonzalez is here. He's here to play. He's here to do battle. Gonzalez is right there with Booth as they make their way through that second outer zone. Oh, my goodness. Gonzalez, could this be an upset? Can he take out Sean Booth?
Oh!
Whoa! Oh! Gonzalez maintaining control, putting the car where it needs to be, applying that pressure. But Sean Booth, look at him, that freaking stellar lead run, running way wide. But Gonzalez, wow.
chucks a cone at the end and finishes strong. Like, oh man, it's so good to see too, because this is like an SR240 going up against an S15 that, you know, I mean, also has an SR, but like still, it's two cars that should, you know, maybe have a little bit of an advantage or a disadvantage against each other. But look at them; they're right next to each other the whole entire time. And you know, a little bit of a shallow line, but that was for proximity, which is okay. But right here at the end, I think this is where Sean Booth really likes to commit to that wide bro line. Gets right up on the barriers, chucks a cone, finishes on the wall, and then fortunately, for our sake, Amaro Gonzalez is right there the whole entire time.
You could only say Amaro went a little shallow in certain areas of the track to gain proximity. Not that it was bad, but I mean that's the only point he kind of pick apart.
Which is okay.
Which is okay, but if Booth can keep the same proximity without cutting the line, that may be the difference. But here we go, Amaro Gonzalez out front. Sean Booth giving chase. Both cars making their way through that first outer zone. Sean Booth right there with Amaro Gonzalez as they transition into that second outer zone. Great job of both drivers. Whoa, Amaro Gonzalez
stretching,
pulling out about a car length ahead of Sean Booth. Sean Booth has got to close that gap. Whoa,
there he goes.
Diving in, door to door with Amaro Gonzalez. Wow, here we go. Amaro doing a great job filling out those outer zones. Here we go, Sean Booth right there, door to door. Give it up for Sean Booth and Amaro Gonzalez. Oh, man.
Sean was losing some ground. You know, he started off strong right through here in the outer zone 1. You know, still on the door, matching angle, matching line, that's good. But somewhere between here and the exit of outer zone 2, he just lost something. Maybe he missed gear, maybe he just, you know, slipped the clutch, I don't know. And then I just blocked out for a second. But this huge lunge right into outer zone 3. He kept away from hitting the car, but still was able to grab right into the door of Amaro Gonzalez right at the end.
Oh,
so it's going to be tough. Again, these battles make me so glad that I get to just watch them and talk about them.
Yeah,
not to judge, not to choose who is better, because I don't know.
I'm not here to judge you.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right.
But yeah, I seriously cannot come up with a right answer of who should move on from that.
I don't know. I see judges, I see hands flailing in the air.
Yep.
And heads shaking and bobbing and weaving, and who knows what's going to happen.
All right, we got Tommy on the radio.
Suspense is killing me. I hope it lasts. Sean Booth advances. Sean Booth advances on, taking out Amaro Gonzalez.
Wow.
Sean Booth taking out Amaro Gonzalez. Ooh, I hear some unhappy, I see some unhappy fans there showing their distaste for the call. That's one of the things that I like to say. Thank God I'm not a judge.
Yeah.
All right. Some unhappy. So it looks like Amaro Gonzalez is going to battle it out for third place against Matt the Ginge.
So third place does get a nice little prize from Kansai Wheels, one of our sponsors. So be sure to check them out. And thankfully, they Andrew Grindle and Amaro Gonzalez will be coming right back out for that third place battle. In the finals, we have Andrew Grindle and Sean Booth.
Wow. All right. It's you know, Grindle has seen victory just outside of his reach. So will he be able to take that crown home tonight, or will Sean Booth steal that away from him yet again? Or, you know, again, Grindle not being able to take home that title.
That would be tough. Two King of OSWs in a row coming in second. So he's got a little bit of pride in this. He's you know, he's got some something back behind him.
I believe this is
third place battle.
Yeah, third place battle. Matt the Ginge out front. Amaro Gonzalez. Wow, cutting that line pretty shallow to that first outside zone, and now straightening out, not doing himself any favors. Coming out of that last battle against Sean Booth. I'm sure a little shooken up, but here we go. Matt the Ginge filling out the zones where he needs to be, putting the car. Wow, there we go. Gonzalez now diving in for the attack. Both cars making their way through that third outer zone. Final transition. Matt the Ginge out front, filling out that fourth and final outer zone. Amaro Gonzalez not too far behind. So Amaro Gonzalez shaky in the first half of this course.
Love it. I think Ginge, you know, really again put his car where he wants to go. And then unfortunately, I think Amaro Gonzalez, I don't know if he's like shaken up after that last run because he really underperformed compared to what we are used to seeing him. But compared to what we saw with him and Ryan Acevedo and then with Sean Booth, you know, I'm a little surprised to see some of the mistakes that he was making against a really consistent lead driver like Matt the Ginge.
Yeah, both drivers doing a great job, and unfortunately, Gonzalez just not putting the car where it needs to be in the first half.
But he has an opportunity to make it up, and since this is third place, you know, there is a little bit to earn by making it up on this run.
Yeah, well, we've seen anything happen. So Gonzalez out front, Matt the Ginge right there with them, side by side as they make the way through that first outer zone. Now they're transitioning into that second outer zone. Matt the Ginge almost right on the door of Gonzalez as they make their way through that back transition of the course. And wow, look at Matt the Ginge all over Amaro Gonzalez, giving him a little tap into that third outer zone as they transition, a final transition for battle for third. Amaro Gonzalez and Matt the Ginge. Wow.
Make some noise, OSW, for that, because Matt the Ginge and Amaro Gonzalez right on each other. Love to see it. For third place, I'm really not too sure, you know, who might be on top, but Amaro Gonzalez at least put down a really solid lead run, and I appreciate that. But Matt the Ginge, Tim, what do you think?
I mean, definitely what's really going to be the deciding factor is the first half of that run for Amaro Gonzalez. Not the prettiest in the chase position, so we'll see what happens. All right, Matt the Ginge getting the win. Matt the Ginge taking third spot, taking out Amaro Gonzalez. And right after Amaro Gonzalez had a fierce battle between him and Sean Booth, Matt the Ginge taking third spot. And the next battle is going to be for
the finals. Are you guys ready to see some final drift action? This is the last battle. Get on your feet, make some noise. I know it's cold, but let's go for the final battle of King of OSW Spring Break Bash.
Sean Booth versus Grindle. All or nothing. Well, actually, it's not all or nothing. I can't say that, but for all these 500 ones that we have here before us. Here we go. Give it up for these drivers. Sean Booth and Andrew Grindle as they make their way throughout the course. Sean Booth chasing down Grindle as they make. Wow, look at Sean Booth right
on the
there.
door. Oh!
Transitioning inches away from the back bumper of Grindle as they make their way through that second outer zone. This is a great job. Sean Booth is all over Grindle. Is Grindle going to be able to take home the crown? He's got to get past Sean Booth, but Sean Booth, wow, look at the pressure Sean Booth is applying to Grindle. I mean, he is all over him. Grindle doing a great lead run, but wow, whoa, insane.
They didn't want to give up an inch the whole entire run.
This is world-class drifting, really. I mean, if you've seen drifting and you've seen the pros, I mean, you're getting world-class competition right here at OSW.
That's right, and I really can't say anything more about how well these drivers are doing because every single opportunity, Sean Booth was able to get right up on the door, right up on the fender of Andrew Grindle. Like, you couldn't really ask for any closer proximity throughout the whole entire course.
Andrew has his work cut out for him. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, that was probably the best chase run of the night.
Yeah.
It was door-to-door action all the way throughout the course. So Andrew, my man, can you do it? You've seen the crown within your grasp. Can you get past Sean Booth? Well, we're about to find out. Sean Booth out front, Andrew Grindle giving chase. Sean Booth, nice outside line. Grindle diving in for the attack, dropping back a little bit. This may be enough to decide a winner, that gap there through that first outside zone as they make their way through that second outer zone, the final transition. You can definitely tell by far Grindle not applying the pressure that Sean Booth was in that chase position. Sean Booth doing a great job putting the car where it needs to be, filling out those outer zones. Here we go. Give it up for Sean Booth and Andrew Grindle, who will be crowned king.
Ah, man, it's such a nice run. It's so nice to see this in the finals. I'm so happy for all the drivers, but oh man, I think the judges might have a decision here. We'll be out on course to announce the winner in a second.
Yeah, so we're going to pull those two drivers out here on the course. Steve-O, make sure you turn that mic on for me. And and we're gonna announce a winner. We're gonna pull those 2 drivers out here. I do believe the judges have a winner. They are kind of pointing fingers and
check.
Yep, we can hear you. All right, there you're watching this replay. You know, Sean Booth. I don't know if we can watch that replay for Sean Booth chasing down Andrew Grindle, but all these drivers really just, guys. If you're in the stands, I know you're kind of cold, everybody heading home, but just give it up for all these drivers. These drivers did an amazing job tonight, putting on a show for everybody here. You know, and just you know, it's cold out here. It is cold, but they're out here and they're just battling out, battle after battle. It was definitely fun to watch. It was a great to be a part of this, and I couldn't ask you guys again. If you guys can check us out, Drift Sessions. Enjoyed the live stream. Please subscribe. Look forward to us to come back again on Black Friday and live stream that event as well. Just Tommy's been awesome. Everybody's been super welcoming. So we're just happy to be here, happy to be a part, happy to see everybody again. It's like a family reunion every time we come out. And, you know, it's just too damn cold right now, though. What the hell? It's the spring. What's going on here? My lips are starting, my teeth are starting to chatter. Put it on, baby. So I got Passionate Pat Gooden, which is one of the judges.
Look at all this money.
I know.
Oh my gosh, these are all falling off.
Hey Ben, can we get the camera over here?
These are. Oh my gosh, I can't even see what's going on.
I know.
What is going on? I'm having a difficult time in life right now.
It's cold. It's cold. Yeah. So he was just showing us the money.
Look at the money.
Look
at the money.
Look at it. Smell it.
Oh.
Gross.
But I like it. I like it. It's okay. It's okay.
It's kind of disgusting.
It's okay.
But it's good disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, was Steve-O eating a Wawa sandwich?
Yeah, you can have it, though. He said you can have it.
What kind of sandwich is that?
I don't know.
Steve-O, what kind of sandwich is this?
He's touching your hoagie. He's touching your hoagie.
Get your hands away from my Wawa hoagie.
Brother, this looks like my Wawa hoagie.
If you touch a single piece of my oven-roasted turkey hoagie.
Wow.
He's speaking in tongues.
Wow. This guy.
This guy. Oh, it almost fell off.
Look at these.
There.
Oh, well, no, I got it here.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep it right there.
We can hear you, Steve.
Yeah, we can
I
hear
know.
you.
I got some weird echo going on.
Yeah.
No, you have a weird echo going on.
Yeah, actually, you are the only one that has a weird echo going on.
Weird. Look at this clamp.
Sunday, right here at Orlando SpeedWorld. Make some action.
Steve-O, I'm looking at a clamp right now. If you can hush, please. Look, Tim, look at this clamp.
I know, it's my clamp.
That's a good clamp, dude.
It's a good clamp.
It's a fantastic clamp.
It's an amazing clamp.
Yeah. Look at this golf cart. Adam Green on the golf cart. I'm Adam Green. I drive a golf cart. I get a cooler on the back. Okay, green hair. Get out of here, dude. Jeez.
All right, we're going to bring out the winners here in a minute.
All right, cut to the track, Ben. Cut to the track.
Cut to the track. Jeez. Don't cut my voice, though. I'm going to...
Chris Rios, the king of OSW, no longer, but still big ups to this guy. So give him a round. Chris Rios, your previous king. Proper transfer of power. But I'll take the crown. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, come over. Yeah. If that doesn't hurt you.
It's only fair. Let's start the tournament.
Yeah, peaceful transfer of power. That's what we're about here.
Transfer of power.
Yeah. What? Oh, sweet. Does it have your logo on it? Yeah. Can you hold that for a second? Yes, sir. You can say stuff if you want. Say like, hey, I don't want you dying. You're on TV.
Did everybody have a good time? I like controlling the crowd. This is fun.
Yeah, see? You got the power in your hands.
So we're starting the new trend. Or at least I am, maybe. Previous king crowns the new king. It's only fair, right? Unless you're sour. I mean, depends how you are. It's all fun at the end of the day. Do you want to take over again?
You did great. So either way, make a round of applause for all the drivers that came out here that poured their sweat, blood, and tears into coming out here for King of OSW Spring Break Bash. Include a couple claps for your track staff making this event happen. Starting off with third place, give it up for Matt the Ginge. So winning $300 in Kansai Wheel gift certificates. First time we've actually awarded something to third place, so that's kind of cool. So give it up once more for Matt the Ginge. All right, so there can only be one king. Matt the Ginge gets there. Congrats, former king. But that king drives a red car. Also has red hair. But there can only be first Ginger podium. Give it up. Anyways, give it up to your King of OSW, Sean Booth.
All hail the king. Bow to him. Bow to your king. Serve your king. Love your king. Touch your king. Yes. Oh, I went too far. I'm sorry.
All right, still saves some noise for your second place winner, Andrew Grindle. And here is your King of OSW podium, all winning some good stuff, but the King of OSW, look at that wad of cash. It's all going to go that way if he does. It's not going to go this way. The wind's coming from that way. All right, there you have it, your podium of King of OSW Spring Break Bash. One more time for everyone involved. Make some noise.
If I could have the new king just a minute of his time come over to the blue tent so we could do a quick little interview. To the blue tent over here, the new king.
First, we must do donuts.
Oh, donuts. Donuts are good.
Donuts.
Oh, okay, donuts. We'll get them later.
Donuts. Sorry.
Chris, sorry. I'm apologizing. Turn around. To your right. Look here. Hello. No, thank you. Yeah, it was great, man. Yeah. Some celebratory donuts. Do you want to talk?
I kind of want to talk. I like to talk. Sometimes I like to talk.
Oh, you're talking now.
All right, I hope you've been saving the loudest cheers for the grand finale. This is the podium.
Shocker.
They're going to put on a little bit of show before they end. Make some noise for all the drivers.
They're going to do some spinneroonies.
Oh, I can't hang around with you, man.
Damn, here I am.
In trouble.
Yeah, you know. We're not on NBC, dude. We can say some stuff if we wanted to. Hey, get out of there. Don't you push that car. Oh, disqualified. Oh, fourth place now. Matt gets fourth place now. Oh, he loses. That's weird. Can't push it. Nope, he loses. Get the Corvette out of there. We don't want it to mess with those things over there. Go on, get safe. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
This man has no tires.
Oh, so yeah, that's not the way to do battle, unfortunately. But he did battle anyways. Definitely has the heart.
Yeah, good job, bud. Damn, also between us, no helmet. Don't love that. Oh, wait, oh, I mean, hey, is invisible. You couldn't see it.
All right, Steve was coming to kick you out.
Not too bad.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, tough break, bud.
All right, well, I guess you want to.
Yeah, you want to. Ben, do you want to tell Steve-O he's fired, or I don't know. I don't know who you want to, or does Tim want to? Live stream. Finish it. Okay. Hey guys, we're going to fire Steve-O. He's out, done forever.
Yep. Are you going to take a spot?
Yeah, I mean.
Do I at least get an exit interview?
No, but anyways,
he still has a microphone.
He still has a microphone. He still talks.
It's not
but
acceptable.
we're gonna sign us out because it's cold. We've been here all night, and this is the passionate man himself, Passionate Pat Gooden, and then Steve-O ducking down here. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Please, if you didn't subscribe, please subscribe to the Drift Session channel. Please. I know I'm begging, but thank you for
do it.
What'd you say? Do it. Thank you guys. Stay safe. We see you at the next King of OSW. We look forward to it. Cut the commercial.